of July 11th. Again, the first day of NBA free agency, and Kevin Durant asking for a trade from the Nets, while UCLA and USC are headed for the Big Ten. Thanks for staying up all night. For producer Nick Carty and technical director Marvin Arquetta, I'm Jim Basquil. So much to discuss with Alan Hahn joining Keyshawn Johnson on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max next.
Coming up next, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio and ESPN2.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Is today your lucky day? You bet. Because the new BetParks app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParks app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only. Could your favorite casino app be even better and faster than before? You bet, because the all-new BetParks app has been built around what you really want. Easier sign-up, better gameplay, and faster withdrawals, and all the slots and table games you love. Plus, make your first deposit and get a 100% match up to $750 and an additional 500 free spins. So, are all of your favorite games just a tap away? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC.
I've got muscular dystrophy. That means my muscles are weak and it can be hard to breathe.
Now is a scary time for everyone, as we are at a higher risk for respiratory infections.
In good times and bad, the Muscular Dystrophy Association helps kids live with neuromuscular disease. The pandemic places more than 200,000 adults and children with muscular dystrophy at a greater risk.
Breathing is often hard when you live with a neuromuscular disease.
But the Muscular Dystrophy Association is here to help.
MDA is what ensures they receive critical medical care at one of over 150 care centers across the U.S.
During COVID-19, kids like me are at a greater risk.
The Muscular Dystrophy Association needs your support now more than ever.
COVID-19 won't stop us. To learn how you can help, please visit helpmda.org. Thank you.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The starts now.
It is Friday. Welcome to a wacky Friday already here. John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. We're having a tough time already this morning. Things are a little bit wacky. Jamie's already broken a microphone. Says it's not his fault, but there's microphones only get broken in his presence. Don't say I'm your witness.
Coward. You're my witness. I literally pushed it to the side and the thing fell off.
I saw nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all. What a wild sports day yesterday. I was outside. It was funny. The first thing I saw on my phone, I was outside painting a fence.
All right, Huck Finn.
Yeah, I was Huck Finn yesterday. I'm listening to my phone, headphones on, get done after like 2.5, 3 hours, and the first text I see is from Pat that it says, take one small little nap and look what happens. And I'm like, oh, God, what's going on here? And sure enough, what's going on is Kevin Durant asks for a trade. So that's where the free agency started yesterday. The Sixers do what we expected. P.J. Tucker is coming here, 3-year deal. Looks like about $11 million a year. James Harden will talk with the team this weekend, and we'll get into that a little bit more as far as him signing his contract. But Kevin Durant was all the news yesterday. And the Sixers, if whatever reports you were reading, were as high as the number 2 team, with the possibilities of getting him, according to some reporters.
Jack Settleman, say his name.
Is that who Jack Settleman had?
I'm kidding.
Who is Jack? I looked up who he was.
I had no idea until yesterday.
Why is your mic not working?
No idea. Why would it work?
This is such a weird day, sir. There you are. Hi, Pat.
It would only make sense for the mic to work.
It'll work. If you and I are behind a mic, it works. If Jamie gets behind it, you never know what's going to happen.
Nobody had any reason to, touch the profile on that board in there. But I'm sure somebody did because that's what we do around here.
I don't know. Was the profile okay today?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just a wacky day. But so I don't know. Kevin Durant, the stuff comes out yesterday. I start looking on Twitter after I saw Pat's text, and one of the first things I saw was, I don't know, a tweet from somebody that said, "Bye Tobias, bye Tyrese, bye Matisse, bye picks. Hello, Kevin Durant." And I'm like,
well, you don't really have a pick to include.
No, not really. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
But the other 3? See ya.
Not even a hesitation on your... Really?
No. I love Tyrese Maxey. You know it.
Everybody does.
I mean, when you look at the landscape, the Sixers probably have, if not the strongest, one of the strongest offers potentially out there if the Sixers actually find their way to his list. Phoenix would have to part with Mikal Bridges, which I'm sure they would if it came down to it. Ayton, who they already don't like, so they're not really giving up much there. And, Brooklyn apparently wants Devin Booker. He's about to sign the massive extension. I doubt they're going to. Yeah, so, does Ayton and Bridges and picks and maybe another player like a Cam Johnson or something, does that beat Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and Tobias Harris? They're probably equal-ish.
Yeah. It's the picks is the big thing.
But
probably.
Tyrese Maxey might be I wonder how other GMs view him because 2 more years of very cheap contract, a guy that ended up taking a catapult to 3rd in the NBA in 3-point shooting last year, he's got to be pretty appealing.
Yeah, he is very appealing. I think
more so than Tobias Harris would be. Tobias is just there to match the money, more or less.
Yeah, I heard on ESPN this morning on the drive-in that, and I don't know who it was, a national person obviously said, it looks like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have played their last games for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. What a disaster.
Okay, so now my thought goes to, I don't know, I don't think. All right, let's put it this way, Pat. If you had to put a percentage on the Sixers landing Kevin Durant, what would it be? Not whether you want or not, but percentage that they could get him.
15.
Yeah, I put it on the low.
That's probably about right.
Right.
I would say 10 to 15.
69%.
Could be 69, but I say 69% they don't get him. Let's go that way.
But I saw somebody else, go on to say that his business operations are based out of New York.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to him. And this Jack Settleman kid, who was right with the Harden.
Oh yeah, he
stuff
pointed that
first.
out numerous times
Yeah,
yesterday. Yeah,
My insider.
Yeah, we ride and die with Jack Settleman here. But he was saying that the union thing actually carries a little bit of weight too.
Yeah.
So I mean, if his business is here and J.J. Redick basically did the same thing, lived in New York, came down and played, that's probably somewhat appealing. If the business is that important to him.
Like I said, I don't think he's going to come here. I don't think the possibilities are all that great. So now my next thought goes to, okay, wherever he goes, I hope to God it's not a team that has a better chance of winning a title than the Sixers.
I don't want Miami to happen, obviously, but I don't know what they really have to give up.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the show started. I don't either.
I mean, Tyler Hero, okay.
Yeah, so
he's nice.
All right, let's look at it this way. If you're Brooklyn, you've lost everything. You've lost James Harden. You're going to lose Kevin Durant. You're going to lose Kyrie Irving.
Oh, you just imploded, yeah.
It's a total rebuild. Rebuild says, I need draft picks.
Yeah.
So, therefore, that's a big reason. Like Pat said, 15%. That's a huge reason why I don't think the Sixers are getting him.
But Tyrese Maxey is entering a third year and just turned 21 years old?
Yeah.
Like, he should be viewed as a draft hit. He's basically young enough where he's still considered a draft
Sure,
pick
he just would have got done his junior year of college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's already a proven commodity.
Yeah.
Whereas do you want, Phoenix is going to be picking, probably 28th? Do you want the 28th pick or do you want Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah. No,
it's his age is very appealing. His age and contract is very appealing.
Oh, he's appealing as hell.
For somebody like Brooklyn if they're basically blowing it up.
Sure, and if you're going to watch most recent video of him, you're going to see him dropping, 38 in the playoffs. And
so that's why 15% is probably where I'm at, roughly. But the Tyrese aspect gives me a little hope. I'm not going to lie.
So if he goes anywhere, I think we would be all in agreement that it's the West Coast. We hope it would be the West Coast.
I'm pulling for Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah. And Phoenix, so now you have a core of, in Phoenix, Chris Paul, who really aged in the playoffs last year. Devin Booker, who's phenomenal. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
But they're getting rid of Ayton and Mikal Bridges.
I mean, I would think Mikal has to be a part of that deal.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm doing it if I'm Brooklyn if I'm not getting him.
No.
So where does that put? It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's Phoenix. They're out west. They're going to have to battle with Golden State.
Yeah,
whatever.
you only have to worry about one Western Conference team.
I mean, Connor, that's what you have to hope. You have to hope that he goes out west.
Absolutely. You don't want him over here anymore. Get him out of here.
I don't know what Miami can offer, honestly. I'm not that worried about them pulling this rabbit out of their hat.
Max Strus, baby.
Yeah. Like, they look at their assets. They can't trade Bam because Bam and Ben carry the same second contract, same rookie classification, whatever it is. So they can't be traded. It's a weird, loophole.
Could the NBA be any more confusing with this crap of second contracts, max limit, blah, blah, blah?
This is the most confusing one I've heard of.
This should be a college course taught because this is another wrinkle when that's thrown in there that I'm like, what the hell is that?
But I don't know how they can win this trade.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Pat. I was walking in the when the Sixers used to practice at PCOM. I was walking up the steps to go where the media stayed, and I passed Ed Stefanski on the staircase. Honest to God, underneath his arm was a book that said NBA CBA for dummies.
Well, given some of the moves you made,
seriously,
dummies.
Yeah, it was it was a book or whatever it was, 101, and I was like, seriously, is that a serious book? He goes, yeah. How do you think I have to answer? He goes, I don't know all this stuff all the time. It's confusing to them too. Is basically my point. They become masters of it, but yeah, I don't. This whole Nets thing is. Where does Kyrie Irving land?
What a disaster.
Are we overrating how much
Dallas apparently is hot after him?
How much of a package they're going to get for Durant based on the fact that a lot of times NBA teams don't have a lot of value when the player makes it public that he wants out?
Oh, they're going to get smoked in this deal.
That's what I mean. We're talking the Phoenix package you guys put together is that's insane. Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, Ayton does
DeAndre
very
Ayton.
little for me.
He doesn't do a lot for me either, but
where's the money coming from in that deal?
Well, Bridges signed for 90, so you'd have to sign and trade Ayton and
sign and
bump
trade for
his
Ayton.
money up. Yeah.
Okay.
I just like that whole that's like NBA 2K to me because it's just I don't see that happening. I'm not saying you're going to be able to get him for a bag of balls, but
the Sixers offer that they could present,
yeah, it's way better.
The money matches exactly, like literally to a T. It's like within $1 million. It's kind of I don't want to say weird or spooky how well their package lines up, but it's pretty damn good. You can't deny it. And they're going to try. Kevin Durant's don't come around all that often.
I mean, the reality is if Kevin Durant wants to be in Philly, he's probably coming to Philly.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, the Brooklyn Nets, how many times are they going to do that? Facilitate a trade for a guy to the place where he wants to. He already did it to James Harden. Are you going to do it again to Kevin Durant, or are you going to be like, no, screw this. We're going to go out and get the best package available.
But the Sixers might be the best package. That's the problem.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's... it sounds like, Philadelphia sports talk pipe dream. Their package is legit.
If you look at it the business side, the Sixers are very viable.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
It's a beefy package.
Yeah,
It's just a nice package.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat there.
You love a
As
nice
long as they
package on a
position
Friday.
the package the right way, they can score.
But I got emailed odds overnight. I think it was courtesy of DraftKings. The Sixers were second, ahead of Miami in DraftKings odds to land them. It was Suns won at -200. The Nets were, for some reason, second at like even money, and then it was Sixers Heat at like +300 and +400.
It's enticing. 6 o'clock hour, it's brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. Okay, now let's go to the other thing. James Harden yesterday, we're waiting. Although the Durant news overshadows it, but I got curious. I'm like, all right, where's the news on Harden's deal? How come we're not hearing anything about that? And then something comes out later last night, I guess it was Woj, that says, later, meaning after the 6 o'clock hour, that says the Sixers and Harden will sit down this weekend to iron out his deal. Does that make you think maybe a little bit more that maybe something's going on that he's saying, well, hold on, let's see what you can do with Durant?
Well, maybe, but he represents himself. Like, he doesn't have a true agent.
Right.
So I think it's more just like,
I got to think about this? Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'm having wine in the country or something like that.
We'll meet up this weekend, Daryl. Don't worry about it.
They're as laid back as Daryl Morey. They're just like, yeah,
maybe.
Man, I'll get to you when I get to you.
That's kind of my takeaway.
All right, because I was wondering if the two might have tied in. If maybe Harden said, Harden said, look, talk to Durant, see what the Nets want, whatever. If it's a money thing or something like that,
it could be.
Let's see what we can do.
That would be pretty awesome.
Pat, you think he's being the ultimate teammate?
I thought it was interesting, the Woj tweet of why put that out. You already know, everybody already knows that they're going to sign a contract together. That's no news to me. Now, granted, a lot of these NBA insiders love nothing more than to just blow up your timeline with non-news stories. If I see one more Woj tweet followed by a quote tweet with the story, I'm going to jump off a cliff. It's too much.
It's okay, Pat. It's not too much.
It's overkill. It's like, all right, dude, I don't need your 14 tweets on some executive signing with the Suns and then the story attached to it. But with that said, I did find it interesting because it was cryptic. It was just a throw-in random, oh, by the way, James Harden and the Sixers are meeting this weekend to discuss their contract. It's stuff we already knew, but it came on the heels of the Kevin Durant stuff, so there's no doubt in my mind that the wagons are circling right now, and Daryl Morey is getting his boys together to try to make a pitch for Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant loves Joel Embiid. James Harden had a great relationship with Kevin Durant. James Harden didn't leave Brooklyn because of Kevin Durant.
I think it's pretty clear what the root of the issue was in Brooklyn, and that's a guy named Kyrie. Woj can say, they'd still love to play together as much as he wants. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving.
That's an easy thing to say because it's unrealistic to obtain. So Durant can be like, yeah, no, I love Kyrie. I still want to play with him. But you just asked out from a team with him.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. If you wanted to play with him, you just stay in Brooklyn.
If you're a GM in the NBA and Kyrie Irving's name comes up.
I'm good.
Right?
Yeah. He's burned basically 3 organizations down as he left them all.
Is he going to wind up in like an Oklahoma? Like, where does this guy wind up?
Apparently, Dallas is the most intrigued by him. And look, Kyrie and Luka on a basketball court would be pretty dynamic.
Yeah, you go to Dallas, it's not a huge
media
hub or anything like that you're going to be scrutinized with everything in basketball, at least.
Yeah, it's just incredible. This guy, like, you pretty much put him on any team, and you're like, oh, yeah, him and Jamie Lynch on a basketball court, man, that's magic. Like, he's just that good. And no one seems to be all that interested in him because he's just napalm.
This guy has put himself in NBA purgatory.
Yeah,
and it's all for being the voice of the voiceless. Like what?
Yeah, because he's not a normal person.
Well,
he said, right?
Like open your heart.
We're just normal. We're the normal ones.
Yeah, Fanatic Friday. It's presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Pump! Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. I just can't believe that one of the best point guards I've ever seen in my lifetime is doing this to himself and totally just kind of outing himself in the NBA.
It's quite bizarre.
Because his talent is undeniable.
Yeah.
If I'm picking a team, Kyrie Irving's at one of the top of my list. And now, as you said, Jamie, and I guarantee you speak for most of the GMs in the league, and I ask you, you go, nah, good.
Yeah, I'm all set. Thanks.
You don't need that headache.
No, I mean, it's a wild one. I mean, when a guy leaves for a birthday party in the middle of a season for over a week and abandons his teammates, like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
A week.
It was like 10 days.
A week, a birthday. It's literally in the word. It's day. It's not birth week.
Well, that's how normal people look at it. He's leading us into tomorrow, so he has to take a week. He's ahead of the curve, Pat.
Like, dude.
You have problems with the week anyway, and we're going to get into that later, right, Pat? Like, your weeks are kind of messed up the way it's worded and all that. So,
are they?
Yeah, we're gonna hit on that later. Trust me on this. Everything is upside down, topsy-turvy in your world.
What did I do?
What? Well, I'll talk about it later.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
All right,
okay.
So Sixers also yesterday, 2-year contract to Daniel House Jr.
Woo!
Like, if you have Rocket attached to your name and you're an NBA player, I guess Daryl Morey just has you on file and you know, he's going to dial you up. Daniel House Jr. Also, you get Trevelyan Queen.
Love it.
Yeah?
I know nothing about him.
No?
I know he's a G League MVP and Finals MVP.
What was your text yesterday when they got Trevelyan Queen, Connor, to us? Or was it you?
Yeah, I texted you guys and said, who in the blue bleep is Trevelyan Queen?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even pretend to know.
But Connor's nugget was that the Sixers now are the only team in the NBA to have 2 former G League MVPs.
Good point, Connor.
I did zero research on that. There's a good chance that's wrong, but let's just run with it.
Don't let the facts get
on. Talk radio, yeah.
And also today on this show, I will be ending my life. We're trying to figure out a way that we're doing it.
Jesus, dude.
Well, that you weren't here
this
for
got
it.
Dark quick.
Well,
18
yesterday
minutes in the show, it's like, all right, guys, I'm checking out.
Yeah, yesterday I bet my life that Brett Brown would not be taking the San Antonio assistant job. I'm an idiot. Connor comes in today and says that's worse. He goes,
You're an idiot.
He goes, that's worse than Travis Fulgham.
Oh, no, it's not. But
the stakes are higher. I didn't know I bet my life, but my friend Kwame tweeted yesterday. He's like, yo, Bob, bet your life, man. What's up with that? And then Jamie answers the tweet and says, yeah, Bob, good working with you.
We had a good run.
And people are saying, you know, can I try to fill in? You know, like life has to go on.
You had so much conviction because you text with the guy.
I would be shocked.
And then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, Bob, you didn't think like bills need to get paid. They don't just go, oh, yeah, he's up in Montana or wherever he's living fishing.
It's more than that.
No, like electric bills like still come once a month. He had to go back to Daddy Popovich.
About that.
He had to get a job because no other NBA team wanted to hire him as head coach. So he had to go run back to Daddy Popovich. Come on, Bob.
Grow Obama.
I'm still shocked at it.
I can't say that.
I don't know.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. Just like I have like Brett Brown stank on me. That
He really is a gifted scorer.
For that crap. Yeah, the smorgasbord. Oh, God. I know. He's a great guy. He's like
I'm not
phenomenal.
saying anything, Pat.
No, you give me the look of like, I can't believe you're having this reaction to it. You don't
Am I giving that look at all?
Yeah.
I just looked at Jamie.
Yeah, you gave me a look of like, you don't even know the guy, and you're sitting here saying that.
I'm not saying that, Pat. I'm not saying that at all.
Oh, we're stall hunting. Oh, God.
So you hate his
1A,
accent?
1A, 1B.
You hate his accent.
Well,
is what
Embiid
you're
called
saying.
me. He said I'm 7'2". It was just a constant media clip from this guy. Just
See,
sick
when
rocks.
Pat hates someone, Pat hates
I do.
someone.
Yeah, no, I get to the point.
He doesn't hide his feelings.
I get to the point with the guy where, when I'm out on you, I am out. And when Brett Brown, when he came on and, I went into the lab and I started thinking about, Shake becoming a point guard. And it was just like, what? You're trying to convince me the 6th seed, dude, Shake Milton's going to lead this team in the bubble? I was out. Yeah. Go back to Daddy Popovich. Kick rocks.
We could have a drop of Brett Brown saying, "Hey, Pat, you're great on air. Happy birthday." I'll be like, "Hey, this dude,
is why I don't want to meet him.
Can you believe this dude?
I know if I want him. If I ever met the guy, I'd like him. I never want to.
So why
meet
don't
him.
you just allow yourself to like him?
No, it's like Jay Wright. I don't want to like him.
He's been gone for this team for how long?
No, I don't want to like Jay Wright. I don't want to like Brett Brown. I'm out on both. I feel better.
Compassion International.
Compassion International.
that's like a deep fly. Nick Castellanos
This is for
3-run
Pat.
home run.
The last 2 years have been devastating to kids in poverty. You can help when you sponsor a child with Compassion International. Get started by texting the word radio to 97646. Pat, I think you need some compassion. That's why I did it there.
That's like Castellanos hitting a home run in the judgment-free zone during.
And I don't, Tom York.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the last time I'll be putting on this headset, but there's a deep drive by Castellanos.
Yeah, great win by the Phillies last night. You needed it, probably expected. When a visiting team wins the first two, they're probably halfway out on the plane in that third game, and that's what Atlanta looked like last night. But the bats came alive. Derek Hall with 2 home runs, Pat, last night. I think it's time for you to get his jersey.
Yeah, it's on order.
Yeah. I mean, the kid, I loved it. He hits a home run. He's coming around third. He's smiling, ear to ear. The other night, his first at bat, he lines out, goes to the dugout, smiling, ear to ear. The kid's happy to be here, which is great, but now produce. And then last night, maybe it's a step towards, I don't know, finding Ricky Patalco threw it out there yesterday. Look, they're not just bringing this kid up for no reason. Maybe they're putting Rhys Hoskins on the trade block. Maybe they just need a left-handed bat, whatever it is. If they're showcasing him, he looked all right last night.
Yeah, well, let's call it 1.5 home runs because he hit the second one off a position player who was throwing 70 miles an hour.
Nobody told Derek Hall it was a damn show.
You take walks in softball, and you're gonna
Really?
By the way,
That's a fair
who was it? I was gonna text you guys. Someone took a walk against. Was it Odubel? Might have taken a walk against a position player pitching. So
okay, so you and Odubel, I would put on the same team. I'm glad that you want to be there.
Don't even do that.
No, you want to be there. That's
don't
cool.
even do that. I'm just saying Major League players do it too. Anyway,
Major League players take walks. They do. Yes, you're correct. They do take walks.
They're paid to
They
do
are
it.
paid to do it.
Against position players in a 10-run game. We can make money doing it. We're done with this. We're not doing that. Yes,
All right.
It was a nice job by Derek Hall. I don't think they're trading Rhys Hoskins. I think they don't trust Moniak left-handed. They don't have Bryce left-handed. They are devoid of left-handed power bats right now, outside of course, Kyle Schwarber, who's a god. And they needed another one to potentially come off the bench.
I think there's old-time baseball players that are saying, oh, good, he's calling him a god, and the guy's batting .212.
Don't care.
No, I know. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's just,
He
it is
goes
funny.
yard literally every day of every June ever.
It's
I don't know.
unbelievable. John Kincade show here. When we'll come back at 6:30, we're going to talk about the Windy, who Jamie has a crush on.
I love Windhorst.
Windy had some things to say about this whole Kevin Durant. And then yesterday, when Pat heard the news, he had kind of a different reaction. He wants to talk about that. This is the John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic.
My wife and I moved into our new house just shy of 2 years ago now, and we knew when we moved in that the HVAC system was old and needed replacing, and we had to get our house, not only smart but efficient. We had to get it up to speed. And hearing John Kincade talk about H&H Heating and Air Conditioning for this past year, I realized it was a no-brainer. John raved about him off air. Even his outside his live reads, he'd be like, no, these guys are great. You want them coming in to your house. They're a trusted family-run business. And look, the weather gets hotter and more humid, it seems, by the summer. I got an old girl Bootsy at home, a dog I got to look after, 2 young girls, a wife, and I'm just generally cranky when it's hot in the house. So I'm not going to play around with my family's comfort. H&H came out. John Leake, one of the managers there, came out to my house, checked it out, was like, all right, here's your 3 or 4 options. Here's what we can save you in efficiency just from energy. Here's the budget. Here's if you want to finance it. Just laid it all out for me, and it was foolproof. It was awesome. And that's what you get when you're dealing with an honest, reputable, and trustworthy company. So give H&H Heating and Air Conditioning a call. If you're worried your AC won't last the summer, schedule an estimate with H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit DelcoHVAC.com. That's DelcoHVAC.com. And tell them Jamie Lynch says hello.
Celebrating the birth of our country.
Happy 4th of July weekend from 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility? For 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement, count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
If you got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
After years of speculation, Overwatch 2 has an announced release date of October 4th for this year. Pro players in the Overwatch League have been playing a beta version of the game for the current season of the league, but players elsewhere have yet to have long-term access for the game. Overwatch 2 is coming out in a time close enough for colleges to have a fall season for the esport, but it's questionable if that will happen, as teams would have no time to learn the game before playing it in competition.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept, and to help you get almost 30 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our 4th of July special. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $8.99, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a new laundry set that provides a powerful yet gentle clean in less time, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off plus $750 instant savings on select appliances. Valid June 22nd through July 13th. U.S. only. Gas Dryer Extra. See store for details.
If you have a small business, let Staples be your shipping partner.
I'm generating orders 24/7. I don't have time to ship them too.
Staples has it covered.
A one-stop shipping solution for a business that works nonstop.
Shipping materials that aren't one size fits all.
Staples has your shipping covered with packing and shipping supplies and services. And this week, get 20% off UPS Express shipping services. If you need to ship, ship at Staples, the working and learning store. N72. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
I love my hardwood floors, but I wasn't sure how to take care of them. Carrying around a bucket was such a hassle. And even worse, my string mop left streaks and haze behind. Then I found Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, the all-in-one tool made specially for wood floors. Its microfiber-like pad is soft, and it sprays a light mist solution that dries fast. With Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, it's easy to keep up with the mess on my wood floors. Even that mess.
Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, proud member of the National Wood Floor Association.
Summer's just getting started, so fill your cooler with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. It tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. And with a 5% kick of alcohol, Twisted Tea is perfect for the beach, the lake, or wherever you're hanging out and day drinking with your friends. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. The John Kincade Show
He's like a jittery piece of geek jerky.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I love the Friday vibe. 6:30, first break. Pat's out there screaming his head off, making jokes, being funny, giving me the thumbs up with his computer, which I tweeted out.
I did see that. I would have closed out a lobster tube had I known.
I said how much fun it is to work with this guy every day.
Sitting there doing research on my dissertation I've been working on for 17 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
I turned 15. Doing some research on the old lobster tube, and Bobby decided to take a picture and tweet it out.
Yeah. You know, I don't do that often, but when you look like that, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
Did Newman have you write a dissertation or like a thesis, Pat?
Well, I'm shopping it, but it's one of those things where it's ever evolving because there's new categories, and I'm doing it for science, so you gotta research these things.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, Connor abused me.
It's scientific.
During the break,
you got posterized. Chevy saw it. Dylan saw it. I'm sorry to do that in front of your coworkers, but
I'm standing in a doorway waiting for my coffee to get done, and he takes 15 feet running start and jumps in the air like he's going to dunk a ball, and then puts his hand on my shoulder as he's coming through and blasts me against the door opening.
Blocker.
And I hit my elbow. No, it was a charge.
Blocker charge, yeah. Okay.
But he's like, I thought you were going to be more stable. I'm like, dude, you just ran from 15 feet, jumped as high as you could, and pushed me with your... Who the hell's going to stand stable on that besides, like, Shaquille O'Neal, who, by the way, is a friend of the show, in case we haven't said that all week. Meet you at the rim?
I gotta give credit to our boy D-Train back there. Anyone notice the outfit he's rocking today?
Dude, did you see those sneakers?
I'm about to buy those because it's payday today. Very exciting day.
Oh, today's payday.
And I'm about to come in rocking the Air Max D-Trains because it's a nice item. It's a good look.
So he's got the what's he got? The navy or the baby blue jersey on,
and then he's got Nike made these like Phillies shoes, and they have like on the sole they have like it looks like you stepped in gum, so they're pretty cool. I've seen them before on the internet, but I didn't actually know they came out.
Yeah, they're the low top Nike SB Dunks.
Yeah, and D-Train is a trendsetter. Everybody knows he's a tastemaker,
fashionista.
Yeah, he comes in just flexing on all of us. I got to take a picture of him and put it on Instagram.
I think you should.
He is just dominating our look today.
He is.
I mean, he woke up and shows violence with his outfit.
I mean, I like expect Dylan to dominate that way, but not in the way that he did today.
No, he's out there looking. He's looking for some divorcees today. It's Friday. It's the weekend. He's looking to get. Yeah, there's only so much I can say, but you can fill in the blank parts because I don't want to get called into the boss's office on a Friday. But yeah, the D-Train's looking to hand out some train tickets.
So I get his engine chugged.
What did you call him? He's looking for some divorcees?
Yeah.
It just reminded me. The other day I'm driving, and there was a van in front of me, and a bumper sticker on the back had, "I love being a MILF."
Well, if you're a MILF, I'd assume so, right?
But
you want to be desirable.
So I have to be honest, Connor. My first thought kind of went to you because I'm thinking, okay, if I'm like a 27-year-old kid and my mom puts that on her car, there's got to be an embarrassment factor there, isn't there? Or don't you say something to your mom? I'm not saying your mom would do this, Connor, or anything like that. But obviously, this lady has kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Couple questions.
Come
here.
on, it's got to disgust you if you're a kid and your mom's putting it on your.
Yeah, I don't want my mom to have that on her car.
If she's actually that, he's been getting razzed by his buddies for 2 decades at this point.
Yeah, he knows.
So he knows what.
I don't know. What if you're 16 or something?
My buddy,
you know if you have a hot mom.
Well, yeah, we still talk about my buddy's hot mom.
Is it one of those?
He gets pissed still. This started when we were like 14 years old. We still talk about
We
it.
have one in our group too.
You got a picture or what? I need to see what's up.
Tell her to call me.
Yeah, I like.
Not single.
Couple
Just a
questions
hot
here.
mom.
What kind of car was it?
I'm pretty sure it was a minivan because it was on the back window.
Okay.
That's
It was
sexy.
on the back left window.
A lot
so
of room back there for extra activities there, Bobby.
But I was, and
Move
then
that-
now, so
move-
it's me
move
and Donna driving. So Donna's next to me.
Move that
I
car
see
seat over.
that, and I don't want to be like, oh man, look at that, and because she would be like, what's a MILF?
But Donna got mad that you didn't get that for her for Mother's Day.
No, so now I'm trying to navigate my way that I can get right next, and that you're an ass, I'm going to punch you.
No,
that
you
I can
gotta
get
do
right.
that.
Get up and
No,
take a look.
actually, I appreciate
That'd
it.
be an amazing
Yeah.
gift for Mother's Day. If I open that up, if I was a mom and I opened that up, I'm slapping that right on my car.
I got you a T-shirt too. But I did. I tried to navigate, but I couldn't because it was a one-lane thing, and then they turned off or whatever. But yeah, all I could think of was, man, if I'm like a 16, 17-year-old kid or even older, man, I would have real problems with that.
Well, so I would hope that it's a situation where, the kid's probably
Maybe the
a
kid
little
gave
older,
it to her.
but I was about to say the kid gave it to her and put it on the car.
What mom gets that from their kid and puts it on their car?
I think it'd be funny. I'm not giving it to T-Dog, but I think it'd be funny.
If you gave it to, would your mom laugh if you gave it to your mom, Connor?
She wouldn't know what it was, and I would never give that to my mom.
She
because
would
that's a
know
weird
what it
gift.
was.
No, she wouldn't. Because
She called
we
here
had an incident-
yesterday
Yeah,
about something that Pat called
and you know what happened? I'll say it now because she's not up at 6:30.
All right, go
so
ahead.
when we did the nickname game yesterday, Pat said my nickname was Two Pump Thomas.
Which my response was, I could have made it One Pump Thomas, but I gave you the credit of 2 pumps.
Yeah, which that's funny. That plays between us guys. But when my mom is sitting at home listening and immediately texts me 2 Pump Thomas with a question mark, then we've got issues. And I just said what like twice before she stopped texting me.
No.
I went to the Phillies game with her, my brother, and my brother's girlfriend last night. And she goes to tell the story to my brother's girlfriend right in front of both of us, and then asks what it means. So
yes.
And I said, Mom, don't ever talk about it again.
All right. Well, this one is first of all. So to take people behind the scenes here, so Connor comes in and he's you usually don't see Connor actually mad. It's pretty rare, and every once in a while you'll see him mad, but it's few and far between. He comes in and you can tell by his face that he's actually annoyed, and he just goes, "We are going to fight." And I just go, why? What? Because my mother just texted me, 2 Pump Thomas, ? And I go, Connor, how old are you? I'm 27. I go, your mom knows that you're not a virgin.
Or does she?
Or does she, right? So look, there's an easy solution to
never
this, Connor.
tell.
Connor, there's an easy solution to this. Give me your mom's number. I will text her before I make such jokes to see if she's listening. And then if she's listening, then I won't make such jokes. And if she's not,
Not only will you never have my
Game
mom's
on.
number, but I will make sure she is never in the same state.
what up, Mrs. Thomas?
See, you messed this up, though. And I told
What
you
did I
this
mess
yesterday, and you just confirmed what I said to you. You came in here and you go, I swear to God, I'm going to throw that producer through the window and out onto the parking lot. And then you explained to me, and then you said, my mom just texted me. I said, Connor, play dumb. Just act like.
I did. I said what
just
twice,
say,
and then she
Mom,
asked my
it's-
brother brother's girlfriend in front of me at the Phillies game. It ended up worse. Thanks for the advice,
No,
Bob.
you could have ended this yesterday.
Don't you have a Brett Brown hiring to do something about?
Yeah, Chris Miller, guess what? I was wrong, ass white.
Wow.
Whoa.
So
Chris
calm
Miller,
down.
he only
Calm
speaks
down
for
and
his-
keep calling me out. I was wrong. I admitted it yesterday until I admitted I was wrong. I
Chris
said
Miller,
I'd be shocked. I am shocked.
He speaks for himself and nobody else
Yeah.
on the show. We appreciate you listening.
So if you would have just said to her, Mom, your thing, I don't know what you're thinking, but it's a basketball. It's a thing that has to do with basketball about pump fakes. You could have done that early and wiped it away. She never would have thought about it
See,
again.
here's the thing. She doesn't know what it means, but she knows what it doesn't mean. I've lied enough to my mom that she knows what I'm lying to her.
Well, so Connor comes in during the break to bitch and moan to you guys about it, and I'm in the other studio, and I could see him just staring me down as he's talking to you guys, and I don't think you saw it, but I start waving like this to him. Like, I mean, for the YouTube crowd, you can see it, but like the most limp wrist wave of like, hi! Because I know that Connor's not going to do anything. He ain't about that life. He don't want to catch these hands.
I'm not going to fight someone.
You're not going to
I
fight
work
me? You're
with.
not going to fist fight me?
No.
It'd be good for YouTube.
That
That
would
just
be.
shows me you don't care about the show,
We'll
Connor.
put a poll out.
Go ahead. I want you two to fist fight right now.
We'll
I got
put a
no
poll
problem. Let the
out,
Jamie and I'll
if the
commentate.
people want to see the fist fight, then maybe we'll have to do
the people want to see, Connor. There's plenty of people that want to see me get punched in the face. I can reassure you of that.
No,
Shout
no
out to
face.
the marketing
No
pro.
face. We're on video for a living.
Okay.
So yesterday, a lot of reaction to this Kevin Durant stuff. And Jamie's favorite national voice, Brian Windhorst, who he absolutely adores, loves, trusts, all of that, had something to say about exactly what might be going down.
The Nets offered him a $200 million extension, and James passed on it because he said, I'm not going to sign for $200. I'm going to sign for $250 in a year. Well, he's no longer a $250 million player. Joel Embiid knows this. He's made it clear. He said it on the record. All of us actually know it. But the key here is that James Harden knows it, and that's a very important thing. One of the hardest things to deal with, and you can ask the Los Angeles Lakers about this, is a star player who is past his prime who doesn't recognize it. James Harden, I will give him this. He's still got to be better, but he recognizes it. And what he's going to sign for is going to be $100 million less than that 250. It might be $150 million less than the 250 that he thought he was going to get. He realizes that he is not that same player anymore.
Thoughts, James?
My first thought was that's rare.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look around the league and you see, Russell Westbrook, like you're past your prime, but you're still opting in, no problem, to your $47 million option. Money. And hijacking the team's, flexibility next year to do anything. Bradley Beal is opting out to opt in to the max contracts, which I would have done too. But there's no doubt he's eventually going to demand a trade. You see this all over the league. It's very common for a guy to basically self-reflect and realize, okay, yeah, I'm not that player anymore, and I'm going to do some things here to help the team. I think it's really rare. And I think it's admirable. And I think the reputation that James Harden gets around the NBA, I think it stems from the fact that he doesn't have an agent playing these games behind the scenes and PR and marketing. He's him alone. But from his actions, which speak louder than words, I'm seeing a guy that's a committed teammate and doing the right things for his organization to help them. And it's impressive.
What do you think his reputation is around the league?
That he's a party boy, strip club, bad teammate, ball hog, disappears at times.
So it's not a good one, is what you're saying.
No.
Is that the public perception or is that the league perception? And I do wonder if
I don't think players in the league think that. I think the public
Yeah, but I wonder if
that.
front offices think that. Like these guys know more than us. And Bobby, I mean, you haven't been on the beat in how many years?
5, yeah.
And you've heard how hard of a worker this guy is.
I made a phone call about him when the Sixers got him, and I've said this before. I was told that Kevin McHale told this guy who worked with Houston at the time. Kevin McHale told him that James Harden was the hardest worker he's ever seen.
So there you go. So Bob hasn't been on the beat in 5 years. He's kind of out of the loop with some things, and I don't mean that in a slight. But you're able to hop on the phone with somebody and immediately they go, no, this guy works hard. So if somebody like you, who has been out of the game for a little bit, gets that information, then it's widely known around front offices. So I wonder if the public perception isn't necessarily the actual league perception. Because Jamie, you're right. The public perception that we're sold is this guy lives at Magic City in the offseason and is Fat Albert.
And hijacks teams and demands trades when things get tough and yada, yada, yada. It goes on and on. But, I mean, look, you covered the NBA a lot closer than I did for many years. I mean, this is rare where a guy is going to – look, he's turning down $47.5 million and getting, probably 3 years, $110 million. So when you look at it that way, but, if he was to take that $47.5 million option and play really well next year, he's probably then signing that $200 million contract after that.
Yeah.
So, he is leaving stuff on the table – I think, to ring chase. And it happened here and to a Philadelphia sports team. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, self-awareness, you're right, isn't something that really creeps up onto somebody late in their career a lot of times.
Yeah.
That I've seen. Self-awareness really seems to be hitting James Harden in the face right now. And I think it's part of why we're seeing videos of him working out in the offseason. I think it's why we're hearing that, he didn't opt into the $47 million or whatever it was.
47.5.
Yeah. I think he's really self-aware now. And I do think the last couple of years, and what you said is true. Look, he left the Houston organization because he wanted to, and not in a great way. He left the Nets organization because he wanted to. Again, not in a good way.
But he was probably justified as you see what's going on now with KD.
But I think he's very self-aware, and he's working on that now.
Yeah, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how you guys felt, but when I saw Bradley Beal sign that massive contract with the Wizards, I kind of just threw my hands up like, all right. I mean, some guys are about money and some guys are about winning, and Bradley Beal's made his money. Like, I don't have a problem saying that. And, you know, I mean, Woj puts out the tweet of, like, you know, the Wizards have surrounded Bradley Beal with 3 veterans. Yeah, to be what? Like, those veterans are trash.
No, he's going to ask for a trade.
Yeah, he doesn't have a shot of winning, and he's going to get to the point of James Harden, you know, get to that age of 33, 34 and go, oh, crap, what did I do? I need to win. And you've got James Harden, who has tried to win throughout his career. I don't think there's any doubt about that. How he's gone about it and mixing and meshing with some players is another story, but he's tried. Hasn't worked, and I feel like now he sees that a window for himself being one of those key members is closing quickly. And it is nice. It's a nice change because this is a guy who's made his money. And he's doing what a lot of fans want players to do. Like, be about winning. Seems like James Harden is about winning.
Yeah, and look, if you're going to reap the benefits of anything, if his career is on the downslide, if what we saw last year in the playoffs is more of an indication of what he is, good for him. Good for him to trying to right the ship, right himself, wanting to win a championship here. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what's happening with James Harden this whole offseason.
Do you think? I mean, part of him has to be like, damn, should have taken that $200 million, right?
I mean, who doesn't? But at what point? I mean, you talked about a $400 million deal with
Adidas. I think it was something crazy.
When is enough enough?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, all the way back years and years and years ago when Gary Payton signed a deal, I think it was with Seattle, and they asked him, well, why? You were offered more money with another team. He goes, I can't spend the money I have.
Oh, it was $200 million.
Is that what it was? $200 million
with Adidas.
Damn, with that,
poor guy.
He just lost $200 million in the conversation.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, right.
It's you know, I always quote the scene from Wall Street of how many yachts can you water ski behind? It's because it's true. It's like at some point these players, you know, they make so much money. It's like you can't spend it. I remember hearing a story about Sam Dallenberg of all people. When Sam Dallenberg got that contract from the second contract from the Sixers, which was a huge pay grade or huge pay raise, somebody over at PCOM congratulated him. He's like, I haven't spent the money from my rookie deal.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I think we have this thought in our head that these guys just go out and they're burning cash. You know, some of them aren't. Some of them are actually smart with the money. And
sure.
When you're getting $200 million from a shoe company, yeah, you can afford to go, okay, let me go work on my legacy now because the bank account's already taken care of.
You bring up Sam Dallenberg's name, and it just instantly brings a smile to my face.
I like Sam Dallenberg.
He was that kind of guy.
Slamming Sammy D.
When Phil Jasner died, my phone rang the next morning, and it was Sammy. And he was literally in tears, calling me from Sacramento. He was with Sacramento at the time. And he said, oh, my little Jewish friend has died. And he was heartbroken. And he got fined by the team because he flew. He says, as soon as you know the arrangement, please call me. I did. He flew cross-country to come to Phil's funeral and then flew back in time for a game. But they told him, sorry, you're suspended. You weren't supposed to leave.
Oh,
Isn't that awesome?
They're a crumb organization.
They are a crumb organization.
Like,
what are you telling me here?
This is Samuel Dallenberg lunchbox that we have sitting in the studio.
Oh, I couldn't see it from here. I apologize.
It was featured in the Marconi winning segment, What's in Pat's Pocket?
Yeah, that was horrible. Dan in Quakertown wants to talk about a KD trade. Dan, what's going on? You're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Thanks for taking my call, gentlemen.
Thanks for making it.
So I came across this article this morning. I don't know who this Jack Gettleman guy or Gettleman.
Jack Settleman. Put some respect on his name. He's the premier NBA insider.
He's the new Woj.
Is he?
No, I found out about him yesterday, but
yeah, I just found out about him. So I don't know how reliable it is. I'm sure you guys have a better idea of how reliable it is. But that article says that apparently we're in the running for Durant with a package that includes Harris, Maxey, some picks, and Thibault.
Right.
If that were to happen, I feel pretty comfortable saying every one of you guys would do that.
In a heartbeat, wouldn't have to think twice about it.
I don't know if every one of us would. Would you, Dan?
I would.
Okay.
I definitely would. With Harden, Embiid, that was another thing. Apparently, to according to his article, Embiid is trying to make a push for Durant.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get your take on that, see if you guys would do that deal. Like I said, I certainly would.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the call. Jamie and I'll tell you what, Jamie's all in. Connor, I don't know where you are on it.
No, I don't think I'm doing it.
You're crazy.
I'm a little bit fence-ish with a foot on one side. What? No, actually, I'm not.
Pat, save me.
No, because I thought Pat.
I can't be the only one of four that is. Don't even think twice about it. Yeah, you go get Kevin Durant.
It's tough because I have such.
You have strong feelings that it's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, no, I mean I love Tyrese Maxey, but at the same time, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's this. Look, first of all, with Connor saying no, think about who's involved in the trade. A guy that he has two jerseys with.
No. It's
so
not.
That has something to do with it.
Matisse thing. The only thing KD's ever won has come with arguably the best basketball team of all time. Like
if you get Kevin Durant, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You have two of the top 3 players in the NBA.
I get that. Think about the Thunder team that he was on with Harden, with Russ when
Harden wasn't Harden at the time.
No,
Harden was six man.
Listen, I get that, but I mean,
I don't think you do.
No, I do. I'm not saying saying it won't happen.
Someone shut his mouth.
I'm saying we cannot treat it like Kevin Durant is automatic championship for Philadelphia.
Is this you can't treat it like Tyrese Maxey is either.
I'm not, but that's.
Well, what are your hesitations?
Because you're closing the window basically. If you go get KD, this is the window.
You're opening it a little more just to get that breeze in. Is this what you guys go through when I talk in there?
Yeah, I'm going through it
something
now
about
with
that
both
chair.
of you.
It's something, yeah. You just say stupid
you're
stuff.
out. You're out on this trade.
I'd rather not be at a point in 3 years where you're like, we have nothing.
What if you're at a point in 3 years you have 2 championships?
That'd be great, but there's no guarantee.
There's never a guarantee with anything.
I know there's not. I'm not saying I don't want Kevin Durant. I'm saying for that package, it feels like a lot to give up of the future when you gave up a good chunk of the future for James Harden, that you're going to get to a point where if this falls apart and they had, James Harden just forced his way off a team that had Kevin Durant. If this gets to a point where this doesn't work out, now instead of having Tyrese Maxey in a couple years where maybe you're like, okay, well, this is the guy we could do something around. You got nothing. It's all or nothing, and something about that scares me.
Okay, let's put it this real quick, Pat. Let's put it this way. Say you get the next 3 years are the best years of Joel Embiid. Would you rather him be paired with Kevin Durant or Tyrese Maxey?
I'd rather have him be paired with Kevin Durant.
Connor, the poet Robert Williams once said, "Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'm gonna take your money." And you right now, you have a little scared money.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, and you're making no money.
Not making.
Someone's
going
to come and take your money.
I'm making a little money. And
No, you're not making any money.
You're asking me to put some of that
because
money
this
on
crap of in 3 years, we might have nothing, we might have not. No. You got to go for it, Connor.
Yeah, I really, during this break, Connor, I really want you to rethink what you're thinking. And when we come back from the break, I want you to tell me that you're still there.
Okay. Matt Deckard on the YouTube chat. All I hear is 2-pump hate skating.
Stop with the 2-pump. What time does your mom get up?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, we have to stop it before she gets up. We can't do the 2-pump
How about we just stop
anymore.
it now just to be safe?
All right, we could do that. I don't know. So we're going to have a lot more to talk about with this Kevin Durant stuff. We also have to get into the Phillies. Good win last night. Getaway day for Atlanta. So maybe it was kind of predictable that the Phillies were going to get a win last night, but the bats sure were on fire. Also, there were some happenings with Eagles players this weekend, which was pretty cool, or earlier this week, which were pretty cool. So we're going to talk about some infectious athletes here in Philadelphia that have come through. This is the John Kincade Show here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
This week's featured course on the John Kincade Show golf tour is one that's near and dear to my heart because it's where I play a lot of golf. Flowertown Country Club. It's a beautiful 9-hole course just minutes from Chestnut Hill, Glenside, in the Fort Washington area. They offer a great membership for the whole family. Their goal is to promote the sport of golf to players of all ages. I see 4-year-olds playing. I see 80-year-olds playing out there. It's awesome. I can't wait to get Skylar playing. They offer award-winning junior golf and golf camps with no initiation fees or minimums. There's also a great pool, and they have fun weekly theme nights and social events. You can book a party here. We've used their catering before. I take the girls there for Mother's Day. It's a great time. Seed and Sageling is the name of the kitchen and the catering, and it's a great club. So check out Flowertown Country Club on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour webpage at 975thefanatic.com/golf tour. It's presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of Hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
Back by popular demand, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up again to bring you frozen handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy frozen handcrafted beverages are back and 20% off when you order and pay on the Wawa app.
If you got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
Don't miss Chris Pratt in The Terminal List.
Lieutenant Commander James Reese, can you outline the details of your mission?
It was a setup. They knew we were coming.
Nothing in this file adds up.
From Antoine Fuqua, Director of Training Day.
Answers or blood?
Blood. Stay off my list. The Terminal List. New series, now streaming on Prime Video.
The 4th of July sales on Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Almost everything is 50 to 70% off. Plus, take an extra 10% off. Doorbusters start at just $5. But hurry, the sale ends July 5th. Only at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Shop for this season with 50% off everything at Banana Republic Factory. Discover adventure-ready styles from effortless dresses to utility classics from $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online. Only at Banana Republic Factory.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swims, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at Moen.com.
Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. They wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Turn to the team you can trust. Visit PAWorkInjury.com. Located in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg. Our attorneys are ready to listen and get you the justice you deserve. When you or a loved one are hurt on the job, you deserve the best. PAWorkInjury.com. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
Hi, I'm Peter.
I'm Emma.
And our deck is TimberTech.
I'm the practical one in the family.
And I'm the designer. We chose TimberTech because I wanted a great design.
And I wanted low maintenance.
We love our TimberTech deck because it looks just like real wood.
And it's easy to maintain. I don't have to worry about the kids running around.
TimberTech was really the best of both worlds for us.
Visit Home Depot or HomeDepot.com to start your next TimberTech decking project.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
It's about nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show here. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, Connor Thomas, he of the man with bad takes, here filling in for John Kincade. Connor was actually pacing the hallway, talking to himself. He didn't know I was behind him, and he says, all right, stand with your convictions. Stand with them. All right, you believe it. He was trying. You're still trying to talk yourself into it that Kevin Durant coming here wouldn't be a good.
Stop saying it like that, because that's not remotely what I'm saying. I'm not saying Kevin Durant coming here wouldn't be a good thing. I've never said that on the air, and I never will say that on the air because that's stupid.
I think your exact words were Trevelyan Queen is better than Kevin Durant.
That's correct. That is exactly
Trevelyan Queen is a G League MVP, and Kevin Durant is not.
Those are just facts.
You can't deny those.
I don't know. I get this uneasy feeling about moving that type of a package for Kevin Durant, and like, it's really weird. It's more of a gut feeling than looking at basketball ability. I understand when you look at it, like Kevin Durant is an incredible player. You pair him with James Harden and Joel Embiid, and you have an incredibly scary team. Just something about it for the price point that I think Brooklyn is going to want doesn't feel right to me for this franchise.
Okay. You can stand by that. So, RDubDub1 on Twitter. Oh, my God, stop with the Durant talk. You guys do this every time someone is available. He doesn't want to come. Plus, we don't have the capital.
One, nobody really knows, and if you trust Jack Settleman with your life like Pat and I do, Sixers are on his list. DraftKings has him as the second most likely team in terms of their odds. So he might want to come here. We don't know for sure that he doesn't. And to the other part, yes, they absolutely have the capital.
Yeah. So respond to that, RDubDub1.
They can't give draft picks because I think 2029 is the next available first rounder that they can actually trade.
Yeah.
So they don't have the draft pick. So if that's really what Brooklyn's looking for and just want to take on if Phoenix were to give them, 4 first-round picks, Mikal Bridges and DeAndre Ayton in a sign-in trade, that probably wins. But the Tyrese Maxey piece is incredibly enticing if you're Sean Marks up there.
Look, it's a very short list.
RDubDub1 just wants to know when the UFC Minute, if we'll be doing one today.
We are going to be doing
so don't
one
worry,
today.
it's coming. He's just a little impatient. It's coming. Don't worry.
I am pumped for that.
Big card this weekend, boys.
You know why I'm pumped, Pat? Because if you have problems with your building's water and water pump system, visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. Cam in Jersey has something to say about this whole Kevin Durant deal. Cam, what's going on? You're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, guys. It's Cam. How are you?
Hey, Cam. We're good.
Pat's biggest fan.
My boy right there.
First of all, I just want a little caveat to the whole Kevin Durant thing. It's kind of random. It's who I am. I apologize. Please put some respect on LeBron James' name. Kevin Durant wasn't winning that championship with James Harden and Russell Westbrook. No way, no how. LeBron was disrespected for an entire year based on how he played in the finals the year before, and he was on a mission. He's arguably one of the greatest players to ever play the game. They wasn't winning that no matter what. Kevin Durant is not LeBron James. With that being said, Kevin Durant on this team should do everything. Yes, you're mortgaging basically the next 20 years of the Sixers' life, but at the same time, you may win 1, possibly 2 chips in the next 4 years if you get him. So I say go for it. I understand Connor Thomas's point, but
you're the one that understands it.
I get where he's coming from. I get where he's coming from.
No, I hear you.
At the same time, I want to parade on Broad Street. I don't care how it gets done. put KD on this squad. We put us against anybody, bro. Anybody.
Cam, do you and Pat have any plans for this 4th of July weekend?
Pat didn't call me yet.
It's coming.
So we have to arrange some things.
Okay.
It's coming, Cam.
So, but I would love to meet my hero at FanFest.
Absolutely.
If else.
Well, you have tickets, right, Cam?
I do have tickets.
I gave him tickets.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know who's getting, but I'm both myself and a friend who both listen to the show, diehard listeners. This is our first time going, so I'm excited.
Nice. Well, Cam, appreciate you calling. Appreciate that you have a distorted love for.
Look, if you call
Pat
up
Egan.
and say what he said about me, like, you're getting FanFest. If you say I suck, you'll probably get FanFest tickets too. But yeah, he was such a big fan.
Are you going to give him? Are you going to like go to a movie with him afterwards? Also, like, you can't just give him FanFest tickets if the guy professes that you are his hero.
We could.
I mean, it wasn't like I'm a big fan of Pat or something. It was he called you his hero. Dude,
it's disturbing.
Yeah.
That's
it's not disturbing at all. I think it's far and wide. I think people are saying it.
Just know a man that unhinged is on your guys' side of the Kevin Durant argument. I'm just saying.
He said he kind of understood what you were saying.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I do too. Like, there is I don't want to part with Tyrese Maxey. Kevin Durant's much older. He's probably, 12 years older than Maxey? And he does have some nagging leg injuries. That being said, Joel Embiid's window is small.
Yeah, let me say this again. You guys are probably on the right side of this argument. I don't
think there's
an argument.
Yeah, I don't think there's another side.
No, but there's just a feeling that I have about it that's like that package. You know, when you look at a trade package, there's a feeling that you get of immediately like, oh, man, that's a steal. What are they doing giving up that much? When I look at this, I'm like, man, that just looks like way too much. Like, not way too much. It's not way too much, but that just looks like too much to me.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, me neither. No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I got texted yesterday, would you trade Embiid? And it was a conversation that we had, but it was more, it's more serious because of the fact that, he asked out. I said no. Like, if they're trading for Durant, Durant's coming here to play with Embiid.
Yeah,
you're not making that. I understand
why the Sixers would be appealing to him.
Yeah, I mean the conversation we had a couple days ago was more of a barroom talk, but Kevin Durant talking glowingly about Joel Embiid, it's not lost on me. You just don't usually hear opposing players speak glowingly about opposing players. And Kevin Durant did that. So.
They've developed some kind of mutual respect, friendship, whatever you want to call it, for one another over these last 2 years when he's been in Brooklyn, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, Embiid, telling him to get off the court and go home. They went chest to chest at the one point in the lane.
Yeah.
But it was that competitive fire where you went, oh, these guys respect the hell out of each other. They're just trying to kill each other.
That's
cool.
cool.
It was cool.
It is cool when you see the air quotes hatred going against each other and it blossoms into respect.
Yeah.
And I love when neither's going to back down because that's how you gain the respect. I want to beat you as bad as you want to beat me. And I love that. And it seems like Embiid has formed that with a lot of people.
Well, I think
Andre Drummond was one of them.
I think people in the league realize what a freak he is. I mean, I think you have to be in awe of a guy that moves the way he does at 7'2" and shoots and dribbles and Euro steps and the defender that he is. He's an incredibly rare talent on the basketball court, and I think it stems from Kevin Durant's respect for him, stems from, wow. This dude's special.
And that makes me also wonder, if I'm Kevin Durant, I go to the Brooklyn GM and I say, look, I want out. I can't do this anymore.
This Kyrie guy's.
Well, so here's a question I got asked yesterday. So,
like, Embiid has to be at the top of his mind is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. But the statement that I got back was, well, if Kevin Durant doesn't end up with the Sixers, then that means that Kevin Durant chose not to play with Embiid. Because it's such a players' league. They hold a lot of power. And I wanted to get your guys' take on that. Now, my first thought was, well, not necessarily. It might mean that whoever the team that Durant ends up on just had a better package. They had something that the Brooklyn Nets chose over the Sixers. Because I do think at this point, the Brooklyn Nets are looking for the best package available, not necessarily we're going to do right by a star player that wants out. Because when they made the James Harden trade, it was, hey, we still have Kyrie, we still have Durant, and we're getting Ben Simmons. And they thought at the time that Ben Simmons would actually, crazy thought here, play basketball. This, it's like, they're blowing up the team, which means they're going to have to get the assets. They can't take a lesser deal. So what do you think about the idea that if he doesn't end up in Philly, that means he chose not to play with Embiid? Do you believe any of that?
I once said to a GM, I said, yeah, but the players rule the league. And he looked at me and said, to a point. So, yes, Kevin Durant wants out. Yes, Kevin Durant's going to let them know where he wants to go. To a point, the GM's going to say, dude, I'm trying, but I got to do what's best for my team also. So, ultimately, it comes down to that. I don't think whatever happens will have anything to do with Durant's unwantingness, for lack of a better term, because I don't even know if that's a real word.
Unwillingness?
Yeah, to play with Joel Embiid.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they're real in this. They are.
They're right smack dab in the middle of it all.
I mean, I understand why Durant would want to play in Miami. NBA players love Miami. I don't see how Miami can make a viable offer.
I mean, if you're hinging everything on draft picks, but then again,
not
Miami's
what
going to
Phoenix and Philadelphia have.
Yeah, no matter what draft picks you get from teams, unless it's a 3-team, whatever and all, they're not going to be good picks because wherever Kevin Durant goes, they immediately become that much better.
Yeah, and the 2 teams he requested happened to be the 1 seeds in each conference last year.
Right. Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, and look,
he's not dumb.
If John was here this week, he'd hate this point. But this again, that the fact that they're in sweepstakes for a top 5 player in the league shows you the process worked.
I don't know if I'm there yet, and you know I'm a big process guy.
You've become a sustainable organization that has, screwed up a ton of assets.
Yeah.
But they've had so many assets that they're still alive.
I'm not gonna die on the hill and argue against you so much, but for me, it's you need a championship. But to your point, this helps you get closer to championship.
Where were they before the process? They were
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Jamie,
they were
let's not
middling,
forget.
kind of losing organization. Was lost.
Why can't they build around Evan Turner, Thaddeus Young, and Spencer Hawes? Why can't they do it?
I mean,
riddle me that, Jamie.
The amount of assets they had, and it's still, you're still there competing for marquee players.
Yeah, and I mean, and a big part of that is because of the success of the process in the sense of they got Joel Embiid.
Sure.
Marquee players want to play with marquee players.
Yeah.
They want to team up. Joel Embiid has that.
And you had so many assets that you were able to screw up and still remain in the hunt.
Yeah, to a point. I mean, I don't want to say it because we've gone almost a week without hearing it, but
say it.
They still haven't gotten out of the second round.
Well, yeah, I'm aware. But I don't think anybody dislikes the place the organization is in.
No, they're in a better place now than they were when the process was kicked off. And the process was kicked off with
they're in the most sustainable period of Sixers basketball of my lifetime.
And what does that say about your lifetime?
That it's seen a lot of bad Sixers basketball.
The answer is it's been. Thank you. There we go.
Maine Office of Tourism. You want a private island? You can have one in Maine, at least for the day. Pick one, paddle out, enjoy. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism. You know who has a house in Maine?
Brett Brown.
Yeah, he does.
That would be a good place for you to go up and just end it.
Now, when I say I would bet my life, should I just go into hiding, or do I really
I think you have to quit your job, delete your Twitter account, go live under a bridge somewhere, leave your family behind.
You basically have to do what Brett's been doing since he left the Sixers.
No, I think there's a loophole in here. You bet your life as Bob Cooney. I think if you change your name to something that we pick for you, legally, you bet your life, and then you could start a new life as whatever we decide to call you.
You go into witness protection, basically.
All right.
Have you texted him and said, dude, you made me look really bad. Can you not take this job?
I texted him and just said, congrats. Pretty much that's it. Didn't ask any questions or anything like that. So, and look, I didn't say it as much as a reporter yesterday thinking that I'd be shocked. I just, as you guys know, I know Brett a little bit more than just on the basketball court. I was just surprised that he would go back to San Antonio. So, good for him. Not that anybody in Philly really cares that he's going there or anything like that. But
Pico calls.
I did bet my life, Pat.
Pico calls once a month, and they want their money.
Yeah, that's what
Eventually,
you said yesterday.
You got to go get a job.
Do you?
Eventually, yeah. Because it's not just Pico. It's like Comcast will call.
Yeah, but what if you have enough to cover all those things?
PGW.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you
no
have
problem. Here you go.
When you have multiple houses, and then his kid's going to Penn, because they don't give out scholarships, so you got to pay for that education because it's in the Ivy. So Brett's probably thinking like, man, like why couldn't you take a job, or why couldn't you have committed to a school that would give you a scholarship? You know, Bucknell, I'm sure, was calling. Why didn't he go to Buck? That would have been a free education. So now Brett's got to pay for that.
So you're blaming his kid for
He's got
being
2
wrong.
mortgages. Yeah, I'm saying it adds up.
Yeah,
The kid was a little selfish by getting an Ivy League education.
Something tells me the mortgages aren't a thing, Pat.
Well, but Jamie, I'm saying it adds up. It's mortgages. It's cable. You know, with all these premiums, it's Paramount
Cable
Plus.
is crazy yesterday.
Paramount Plus. You've got Peacock. You know Brett Brown loves himself some Peacock. You've got food. I mean, in this economy,
it's outrageous.
You know?
Yeah, I got to say it's enough Brett Brown talk. Brett Brown was well liked here.
Gas prices.
As a man, as a
crazy.
guy, as a dude, nice guy and all that. We've had some of them come through the city. And we had, Jamie, this week, a real good look into one of the greatest athletes. One of the greatest athletes / personalities in what Jason Kelsey did down the shore this week with the Eagles Autism Foundation, going down to Sea Isle, doing some fun down there. I mean, he's just cemented himself as one of the all-time greats here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's probably. I don't get very often into is he a Philadelphia guy or not? But I think we can just retire the conversation and say Jason Kelsey is the most Philadelphia athlete ever. Like, Hall of Fame talent, plays injured, man of the people, great in the community, married a local girl, lives in Havertown. Like, this dude he is a Philadelphian. And, you know, more so, I think it was Mike Sealski was like, you know, more so than Chase Utley and Allen Iverson and all these guys that get looked up to as Mr. Philadelphia. I don't think there's a more Philadelphia athlete than Jason Kelsey.
All right, so
I think we can just bury it.
We're
It's
putting
over.
him on the Mount Rushmore.
No, we're not doing that.
No, he's
don't
there
do
by
Mount
himself.
Rushmores, Bob. We don't do Philly guy stuff either.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. We're putting this to close. It's over. Jason Kelsey is it.
But we can't because I have it here on the show sheet.
No, it's over. Jason Kelsey is the ultimate Philadelphia athlete.
Yeah.
It's over.
He is.
A 6-rounder to Canton?
Yeah.
I mean, he's undersized. He's dominant. He's cool. He's got a great beard. He smells terrific.
To quote...
I don't know that.
I don't know.
No, he used the Sasquatch soap. That's always on Facebook. To quote John, you know, it doesn't get more Philly than that. You're a 6-round pick. You ingratiate yourself so much with the city. You go to like the local dive bar, you know, in Sea Isle.
There's always stories of, you know, I arm wrestled Kelsey at a bar in Havertown. It's just like, he just seems cool as hell.
I've been to that bar. I didn't see him.
All right, let's throw some others out there. Like you threw out Iverson, you threw out Utley, but who are some guys that were
Dawkins?
Obviously not on par, but kind of there.
I mean,
with the Jason Kelsey. I mean, this guy's doing Jello shots. This guy's taking selfies.
He's playing Flip Cup with people.
He's playing Flip Cup. He's doing drinking games.
Awesome.
And look, I'm not. We're not here just because he's drinking with the folks, but I mean,
he's just relatable,
and he's doing it for. Now, you guys know that autism is near and dear to my heart, but he's really doing it. You see him interviewed and all that. He never forgets what he's doing it for. He's not looking at it as a day out drinking with the people. He knows that he's raising money for autism, which is close to the Eagles' heart too. Jeffrey Lurie, I believe, has a brother that has autism. So, I don't know if anybody comes close with you. With him, I agree with you, Jamie. But my first thought went to hockey because hockey players are always kind of approachable and decent guys
but
with
like
the people and stuff.
Claude's been here was here for 15 years. I don't think anybody really felt that connection with him.
No.
And then you look at like a JVR and a Couturier. It's like. Nah, not.
Yeah,
you
no have to go back to the old time Flyers.
Yeah, and that's
like
kind of over.
Bernie and Bernie. You know, like those are the guys.
Doc.
Pat, you have any other guys that came through here that might be like Jay Wright came to my mind.
It's not bad. But he was born one of us.
Yeah, it is different. Like
good point.
Like Jim Curtin to an extent.
Orland's finest.
He was born here, so he gets it. But I mean, honestly, the guy that we've kind of brought up a lot in the first hour and a half, Joel Embiid,
he's up there.
Is up there. I mean, this is a guy that should not be as accessible as he is, and yet similar to Jason Kelsey, you hear stories about him just walking around the city, playing pickup with guys, meeting people at bars. Charles Barkley is a similar built from the same cloth of like they come from an area where it's not Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons was told since
Barkley's
he was
probably the next best.
Ben Simmons came out of the womb and it was like, you're the greatest thing in the world, so we're going to protect you at all costs and put you in bubble wrap. Barkley came from like Podunk, Alabama, and he never got too big. And Joel Embiid came from Yaoundé, Cameroon, and came over here. And I think the appreciation for where they came from, it's not lost on them how big they are, but they also realize, like, I'm just a normal guy. And Jason Kelce, I think because of where he came from, is a similar situation. So those are the three guys that came to mind.
Yeah. How would you be if you were, all right, put yourself, you're an all-pro. You have probably more money than you know what to do with. All of those things that encompasses being a phenomenal athlete. Would you see yourself being more of a Jason Kelce? And, like, look, all of us would love to say, oh, absolutely. Or you have all the money in the world. You know, you can set up to do whatever you want. Or are you kind of an introvert and you get tired of being recognized all the time?
I'm not going to lie. I'd be more an introvert. I'd probably go live in, like, southern France in the off-season if I had that silly kind of money. Like, just pick my family up and go somewhere spectacular. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to lie.
I wouldn't stick around in Havertown like he does. I wouldn't be going to Sea Isle. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, like, I'm out. I'm going to an island. I'm going to the Caribbean.
Island that you own.
Yeah, probably. But if I had Jason Kelce...
Jamie's Island.
Yeah, like...
Lynch Island.
I'm out. Like, I love the area. I love it here. No chance I'm doing what he does.
Considering somebody asked me at Lucky's Last Chance if I was Pat Egan and I just said nah, I think it gives you your answer. I'm not all that comfortable in that situation.
Yeah, I'd love to say I'm Kelce, but no, I'm out.
Same thing. I'd love to sit there and be like, oh, I'm buying people rounds of drinks and stuff, and
arm wrestling dudes at a bar.
I mean, he's probably used to it at this point because he's so recognizable.
Well, I mean, if you look at his life, he spent probably half of it here and half of it in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, like,
he's built roots here.
Yeah.
Connor, what would you be doing? You're an athlete. Well, you are a terrific athlete. You just, people just failed to see it.
Stop.
But would you be more like Jamie and Pat and be hiding back in the?
Absolutely not. Yeah, I would be outside every second of every day, going around trying to do something. I'm already a person who can't really like sit still or like keep to myself all that well. Like I need that interaction, and I would love to do the type of stuff Jason Kelce's doing in this community and the type of events he runs, the type of personality he is. That would be what I would strive to be if I was in that position.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. There's always time after retirement. I mean, think about it. These guys retired 35, 36 years old to do what you said. Go to the south of France, go there, go here, go there. I don't know. I think I'd like to be out and among the people and just be like, thank you for supporting. And
But they're here for 7 months of the year anyway. You know what I mean?
I know.
So you're only talking about those 4 or 5 months. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably here for like a month or two. But see,
you know who's a guy
I can sit on a beach and just watch my direct deposit hit.
You just don't like us.
No, it's not that. I'm just being realistic. Come on.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I would like to sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to be out there.
But you have a chance to do that later in life. I think I would soak up the moment more than you guys would.
I would continue to do that stuff later in life too.
I'm not. I'm not saying that.
At some point, it becomes too much.
I'm not intentionally trying to be standoffish.
Yeah.
Like
no, it just comes naturally to you.
Ben Simmons was intentionally standoffish and just a D. I mean, I don't think I'd be that. I wouldn't be all that comfortable in that situation. But a guy that I could see becoming, in this conversation 10 years down the line is Mailata. Because everything I've heard about Mailata, like Vince from Philly Sports Trips, right? He told me that he had an event, and initially he was supposed to get Kelce out. And Kelce had a scheduling conflict, so they sent Mailata. And it was supposed to be a half hour, and Mailata stayed for 2.
Yeah, that's cool.
2 hours. And he was just hanging out, one of the guys, because it's like there's another guy that realizes I probably wasn't supposed to be here. I'm a 7th-round pick. I played football for a year and a half, and now I'm a millionaire, and I'm just soaking it in because I'm so lucky. There's a guy that I think in 10 years we could be joining this conversation. The Mount Rushmore.
Him singing behind the bar.
Do it.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Did you see the way he chugged the iced tea?
Oh, yeah.
It was gone in like 2 seconds.
Well, it's funny. He's singing behind the bar, and I'm like, God, that guy next to him must be awfully tall. He's like the same size.
He was
as
up
him,
on a
skinny
platform.
Guy. He was up on a platform.
And did you
2
notice
feet.
he sang that the Bon Jovi song like a cowboy? Is that him?
Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
Steel horse I ride.
But he changed the word. He didn't say I'm a cowboy at the end. He said I'm an eagle.
Yeah, he
or
did.
a steel horse I ride.
Dead or Alive.
Are you kidding
by
me?
Bon Jovi.
Dead or alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive.
They're all one of us.
I'm not
They're
a Bon
all one
Jovi
of
guy.
us.
Oh, it's a banger.
John Kincade Show here at 97.5 The Fanatic. When we get
The
back,
son makes a very nice rosé.
Pat has a hope.
Yeah, Hampton Waters.
He has a hope and a prayer. And so we're going to hit on that, what he has to say. We'll talk more NBA free agency, maybe some rumors going on out there. Obviously, Phillies talk, a lot going on here. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Talking sports in the city of brotherly love. Happy 4th of July weekend.
From 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on. This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
If you're a building manager for any Philadelphia area municipal, commercial, or industrial facility, you know it's really, really bad if you get caught with your pumps down. And then there's an emergency. That's where the Pump Man steps in. The guys at Pump Man Philly are experts in troubleshooting, emergency repair, maintenance, pump system replacements. But you can also have them come in so you can head off the emergency at the pass. That's why Philly's biggest facilities rely on Pump Man Philly 24/7, 365. You can find them on the web at pumpmanphilly.com. Pump Man Philly is always going to be there in your moment of need. They're going to make sure your various pump systems are fully operational through every season. From the AC cooling pumps, they're going to keep everybody cool all summer long, to the pool pumps that are going to ensure that your residents are swimming in clean, safe, well-circulated water. Call on the Pump Man. Schedule an inspection or get maintenance of your pumps so you're not swimming in complaints all summer. But if you have an emergency, he's there too. Call 833-559-PUMP. That's 833-559-PUMP, or visit them on the web at pumpmanphilly.com. The guys to know to fix your flow.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. This baseball season turned K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code Fanatic, place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel, they have so many great promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. If you're new to FanDuel, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install one roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
Are you ready?
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. It doesn't matter how big or small your business is. If you're a plumber, roofer, electrician, or remodeler, your business earns back when you spend, gets exclusive offers, and paint rewards. It all adds up to help drive your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program today. Minimum purchase required. Earnings and paint rewards awarded as Lowe's e-gift cards. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Valid through 12/31/22. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change. U.S. only.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm sorry, I can't operate on that vehicle.
But doctor, you took an oath.
That RV, it's my son's RV.
Oh, doctor, isn't there anything you can
I'm not a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm an RV surgeon, trained to save the lives of large, injured recreational vehicles, which is definitely a real profession.
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
The Better Fred White and Blue sales event is on at Fred Beans. Now through July 9th, we're letting freedom ring with a better selection of over 1,200 new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and more arriving daily. Drive out the lot with $0 down financing or leasing and get up to $2,000 over book value for your trade. Plus, you can save time with Fred Beans Expressway, the better way to buy a car online. Celebrate a better Independence Day at the #1 automotive group in the Philly area during the Better Fred White and Blue sales event. Online at fredbeans.com. Call 267-454-6814 for full details.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show here, 97.5 The Fanatic. Thank you for joining us. Hope everybody is safe and healthy and happy for a good, long holiday weekend out there. Thanks, everybody on YouTube, for checking us out. People in their cars, wherever you may be. It is a getaway weekend, as Jamie Lynch just said. So hopefully everybody has off Monday. I know as a show we will be back on Tuesday. At least most of us will. Others won't.
Yeah, I'm just, I'll be back.
I was talking to Pat, not you. You feel guilty taking more time off, Jamie? Jeez.
No, I
just get back from a long suspension and you're going to go away again already?
No, vacation days are... people that don't use their vacation days always... I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It's literally part of your pay.
The Harry Hardo Act.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
I don't want to take vacation.
But no,
you need vacation. Get out of here.
It's part of the problem with our country is
it's not a company issue, it's a country issue.
It's the mindset of, oh my God, if I take vacation then I'm lazy and no, stop.
Get out of here. Everybody needs a vacation.
The company's giving it to you. They're paying you to go away. Take it.
Okay.
So they're paying me to go away.
So
on
no,
Tuesday.
I don't feel guilty, Bob.
I didn't say you should feel guilty.
Taking 2 more days with my family down the shore.
You said it with your eyes.
Going down the shore again, Pat. So he doesn't even have to go to the south of France. I mean, he's away so often,
No, it's the shore, but that's what he calls the south of France. It's the shore.
Yeah.
See, it was me and you will say we're going down the shore, and we mean like Sea Isle. He's going up the shore, and that means the south of France.
Now, I have some days coming off also next week, but I'm going down to North Carolina to help my son move. So it's not really vacation. I'm working.
North Carolina is gorgeous.
Oh, I love Charlotte.
It's a good state.
It's one of my favorite cities.
It's a good state.
It's my home state.
Oh, right, because you're an Air Force brat, right?
Yeah, I was born in North Carolina.
Oh, where in North Carolina?
Sanford. It's about 40 minutes outside of Raleigh.
Oh.
My cousin's living down in Raleigh. Apparently, it's pretty cool.
Nice area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved
no
it
question.
as like a 2-year-old.
7 o'clock hour. It is brought to you by The all-new Bet Parks app, sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and in New Jersey. All right, we've been talking a lot about the NBA, a lot of what's going on yesterday with free agent signings. It was funny, at 6 o'clock, it was like 2 minutes of 6, and my neighbors across the street, Mary Lou and Nick, they pull up in their car, pop the trunk. I didn't notice it, but they had just gone grocery shopping. Now, Mary Lou and Nick are in their mid-80s. So Donna's coming up the steps, sees him outside. She says, Bob, go help Mary Lou and Nick unload the groceries. It's like, all right, you never not listen to what your wife tells you to do, Connor. I'm just telling you that for when you and Microwave Girl, start a future together. So
very happy for their success.
Yeah. So it's literally
as a couple in love.
Literally in one day.
It's
soulmates.
It's you know what? Love at first sight is a cool thing, and apparently.
And you're going through it, Connor. It's great.
Yeah. And, if the microwave is your binding force, so be it. So I run over there to help unload groceries. And like I said, it's about 2 minutes of 6. I run over, and I'm taking the groceries from the car into the house. And Mary Lou, nice enough, on my second trip in, I noticed there's an open Heineken on the table. And she's like, Bob, that's for you. So I stay over there. I talk to them for a little bit, have a beer, whatever. I go back home, and Donna's like, my God, your phone. And I'm like, what? She goes, it's been going crazy for the last 10 minutes with alerts on it.
Free agency.
Yeah, that's what I said. And she goes, what? Why all of a sudden? I said, never mind. It's just the 6 o'clock, is when it started, whatever. But when you guys saw the free agent news yesterday, what was your reaction? Anything surprise you? Anything disappoint you? Because I had one slight little tiny disappointment. And that was, and I'll tell you what it is because I don't think you guys had it. Andre Drummond signed for 2 years and $6 million.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I kind of might not minded seeing him here.
Saw that, thought the same thing.
Did you really? Okay, good.
Yeah, but what that told me was that they're going into this season with Bassie and B-Ball Paul as their backup.
And P.J. Tucker ran center in Houston when he was there with Harden. So, I mean, it's a 6'5". Yeah, I know, but he's done it in those small ball running lineups. So maybe you view him as a potential backup for certain teams too. One of the observations I had was that P.J. Tucker got relatively paid compared to some of the other guys out there. There was a couple deals I would have had interest in, like Lonnie Walker signing 1 year, $6 million. Caught my eye.
He was the guy that was in the back of my head.
Yeah, he's just an athlete. And I would have enjoyed him on the bench here. Another guy like Gary Payton the second, or is he the third?
No,
the
junior.
I thought it was the third.
Might be the fourth. He's one of the guys.
He's one of Gary Payton's kids. Yeah,
he's up there.
He signed for less than P.J. Tucker, and I went, huh. But that was about it. Those were my only real observations. Joe Ingles going to Milwaukee on a 1 year deal. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's a great deal for Milwaukee.
He got hurt. Did he tore an ACL late last year?
I think so, yeah.
So he might miss some upcoming time and whatever.
If he's there for the playoffs, that's that's a bomber.
Left-handed basketball players are tough. But in Pat's point of view, he would love to see these guys do a little bit more.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, Pat?
Hey, it's Pat. Yeah, look, with all the excitement going on, the P.J. Tucker move, and which was expected. We've been waiting for that for about, a week and a half now, and obviously the Kevin Durant news, and there's no doubt in my mind that Daryl Morey's trying some more stuff. But if this is it, if he strikes out, because it happened during the veteran buyout market, he just wasn't there. And if we're left with Daniel House, Trevelyan Queen, and P.J. Tucker.
Don't forget DeAnthony Melton.
Yeah, DeAnthony Melton too, but that's going to be, it's an upgrade. I'm just going to be like, that's a little disappointing.
Dude, you make a great point. Is that enough? You went into this offseason, and if I'm not mistaken, because I could have sworn I forgot to look it up last night, but Daryl Morey said something about a star, getting a star. And it kind of we talked about it on the show a little bit. Like, did he go into this offseason, Daryl Morey, after a disappointing playoff run, shortened run, and say, we just need a couple of pieces here and there and we'll be okay? Because basically that's all you've gotten, right, Pat?
Yeah, and look, it's been good bench depth. And I'm not saying they need to go out there and they need to get KD, but I just worry that, it's not enough. Look, it's the reaction that we had after they got James Harden. If you remember, everybody was pumped. I was too. But my big fear was, all right, you just gave up a lot of depth. You need to get it back in the veteran buyout market. And I think we all assumed that they were going to do that, myself included, but it didn't happen because the veteran buyout market didn't develop. I'm just not hitching my wagon to Daniel House, Trevelin Queen. Like, I know what I'm getting from PJ Tucker. Trevelin Queen is a nice buy low, see if you can develop them, see if you can get anything out of them. Fine. But, like, basically the two moves they made are Daniel House and PJ Tucker. And to your point earlier, you had DeAndre Jordan there for a very team-friendly contract. So you kind of just told me that you're not really looking for a backup center because you're probably going to go into this season and give Bass or B-Ball Paul a chance at it.
Right.
So
and
I'm fine with that. Like, I really am.
I think so too.
I'm okay with that. You don't have a ton of money, so allocate it to other positions. But I do worry that we're going to be looking back in about a week or two and going, wow, that was kind of a disappointment in a way because we expected more.
I mean, they're improved. There's no doubt about it. Daniel House is solid. I was hoping for a little more there. But P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton I like. They also didn't have a ton of flexibility either. They spent their big shot on P.J. Tucker, which is fine. I like it more than most. A 37-year-old does give you a little concern, but I think he'll be fine. And his game is what it is. It doesn't really require, it's not a young man's game. You know what I mean? It's just, It's kind of just like that bruiser pain in the like you're paying a guy to be tough, to board, and to be a defender to the other team that you hate. Like he gets in your head a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're directly looking at Boston,
and they needed that.
Yeah, he's the guy that's going to cover Jason Tatum.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're looking at Milwaukee, maybe he's the guy you throw on Giannis to bark on him, and you're obviously going to give him help with him.
They needed that role.
Yeah, I agree that this team is better. There's no question the team's better.
Doubt.
I am a little disappointed, though, in that your big signing was a 37-year-old specialist.
But who is out there that you would have?
Well, that's the thing. I would have
loved Joe Ingles. Like, if he was here on a one-year deal, I'd love it. But Lonnie Walker, I had some interest in.
Lonnie Walker would have been like.
That's there's not a lot out there where I went, oh, they missed this, they missed that.
Oladipo realistically $10 million. I would have liked Oladipo.
Yeah, I would have preferred Oladipo over PJ Tucker.
I would take Oladipo over Tucker in a heartbeat. And this is what's concerning. So Daryl Morey makes these moves. Every single move he makes are guys from his past.
From the 2018 Rockets.
I hope to God he's not tunnel visioned like that he doesn't see the rest
Rockets,
of the league.
Baby.
I know who the stars are, but as far as trying to find a diamond in the rough, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to get guys that I used to have.
I think he tried to do that with the Trevelin Queen move. Fine. But I do worry that he got in his head about P.J. Tucker. And even as the free agency developed and guys started signing for way less than you thought they were, it was like, no, P.J. Tucker or bust.
But
they paid more than we thought.
All of a sudden,
only slightly.
All of a sudden, he became Sonny Weaver Jr. It's like,
but Embiid talked about when they got eliminated that they needed more toughness. P.J. Tucker is tough. I mean, James Harden was, pushing for him to come here. So when your two stars basically allude to that type of player, you probably make that move.
Yeah, Oladipo to me though is a tough guy, is a in-your-face kind of guy. Does he have the reputation of a PJ Tucker? No, because he's 10 years younger and he hasn't had that much time in the league to form.
But he's not your he's not your rebounder like Tucker is.
Yeah,
they needed that exact role.
Could they have gotten a similar player and not having to give up 3 years, $33 million?
I mean, Bobby Portis is that kind of player.
But he signed for, 44?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, I'm talking
Lou Dort got an $87.5 million deal.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. This free agent class sucks. I mean, let's call it what it is.
But it's weirdly, it really doesn't, though.
But when Jalen Brunson's the top guard on the market, it's not a good class.
No, but to your point. Okay, so
there's not much they missed out on where I went, damn.
Like, I agree. Jalen Brunson getting $110 million, but that's such a Knicks move that I look in and I go, well, Victor Oladipo getting 10. There's value there, and you take that 10 that you gave Victor Oladipo, and maybe you give him a 2-year, $12 million deal or $15 million, and then you take something else and get a younger, not as good of a PJ Tucker, but Like a Daniel House move is a prime example of like, all right, it's not moving my needle, but like it's depth.
It doesn't raise my needle, move my needle.
It does nothing for me.
Yeah, but I'd prefer to
PJ
see
Tucker
him than Furkan at any point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd prefer to see him over probably Shake Milton at this point.
I'm done with Shake.
I'd prefer to see him over Matisse Thybulle at this point.
Should we do a goodbye Shakeisms?
I mean,
He's still here.
The year's 2054, and we're talking about Shake Milton finally having his breakout season.
If Shake's your 11th man for less than $2 million, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you knock a bunch of the guys that you were relying on somewhat in the playoffs last year, if they get knocked down a few notches, all right, that's good because, A, they weren't good enough to get you over a hump last year, and B, that just shows how much you've improved your bench.
And I'm still very curious to see what Matisse Thybulle and hopefully a Furkan, dump in a trade can get you. They might try to just get draft capital somehow because neither of those guys make big money, so you don't have to worry about, like, salaries matching per se. You might be able to unload them and just get some more capital in here.
Yeah.
It might be at that point with those two.
Yeah, I just, my not wanting P.J. Tucker, not wanting to use that money on him, maybe it soured me on the rest of what Daryl Morey has done. Daniel House, okay. You know.
He's fine. I mean, whatever.
That's fine. But P.J. Tucker's the same in my mind. That's fine, I guess.
I tweeted out, I get like Raul Neto vibes from Daniel House. I know he's not as bad as Raul Neto, but I was just like, oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's the 2018 Rockets, man.
Yeah, it's just, and yeah, it's.
But that was a 65-win team.
But the team that didn't win.
Yeah,
well,
because
like they won, but they didn't. You know what I mean?
They
like
ran into one of the greatest teams of all time.
Like I worry that Daryl Morey is trying to reconstruct that roster around Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but
is that enough?
I think it's pretty sound thinking.
But like it's not horrible thinking. But when PJ Tucker's 37.
Yeah, but I don't think
they're only getting older. James Harden's 33.
Like PJ Tucker's game at age 28 is the same as it is at 37.
That's a good point by you.
Yeah, I don't know where
his baseline is just consistent.
I just don't I don't like giving him 3 years.
Me neither.
Like,
I was surprised by that, but apparently, 4 or 5 other teams were hot on him too.
The Sixers bid against themselves.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just giving people a warning of what you're going to hear come Tuesday morning.
I'm worried that. Like, I expected it to be a more team-friendly deal because of his relationship with P.J. Tucker, because we've seen Daryl Morey's relationship with guys end up benefiting the Sixers, where they end up getting more team-friendly deals. I mean, granted, it's a one-year deal usually, like Dwight Howard, but I was a little surprised it was 3 years, $33 million, considering the relationship he has with P.J. Tucker.
Do they have DiVincenzo did not get signed?
Not yet, no. And Eric Pascal, the other Villanova kid, is I believe a free agent as well.
He's a rat.
Pat's not going to take a Nova kid because simply they're from Nova.
No, not necessarily. I take Mikal Bridges.
Oh, okay.
Just not DiVincenzo.
That's good. That's good of you.
I can't stand Eric Pascal.
Why?
Yeah, what?
Nothing to do with this game. I hate the fact that Fordham. I hate the fact that Fordham gave you their confidence in you, and they gave you a scholarship when no one else wanted you, and then you bolt. You show no loyalty whatsoever, and you go to Villanova. Now you're a rat, Eric Pascal. You're a rat. You should have stayed at Fordham and had some loyalty. There's no loyalty in this college game. Nah, I ain't about it. Be loyal.
You are
Be a man of Fordham.
Weird dude. Martin Law, Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com.
I have a John Skelton jersey.
Do you? I don't know if that's a joke or not.
That's a joke. I don't have a John Skelton jersey, but he's the first Fordham alum I could think of.
What also isn't a joke is in the linchpin, Jamie's talking quarterbacks.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I saw this yesterday, courtesy of RJ Ocho. I'm unfamiliar with him, but he's a Cowboys blogger.
Oh, of course.
Right, so there's a spin on it. But wait till you see this list. It's nauseating. All right, so
you have my attention.
Yeah, let's get at it.
You're really selling it,
You ready to puke? All right, so RJ Ocho puts out the list. Here's all the quarterbacks the Philadelphia Eagles have beaten in the last 2 years. Nick Mullins, Daniel Jones 2 times, Ben DiNucci, Taysom Hill, Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, Trevor Siemian, Zach Wilson, Garrett Gilbert, and Taylor Heineke.
What's the problem?
They beat Matt Ryan.
Holy hell. What?
The Ben DiNucci game. I mean, and they barely beat Ben DiNucci.
Barely.
I mean, Matt Ryan is hands down the best by far.
Yeah.
Outside of him, it's barely starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's not good.
Like
No,
this kind of like broke my eyeballs when I was reading it. I was like, I knew that they were a product of their schedule and they weren't probably a true playoff team last year and all that. And anytime they play a good quarterback, they usually lose. But when you actually see the list of guys they've beaten, oh my God, that's really bad.
Yeah, and so which leads me again to the question: why do we have all this confidence in Jonathan Gannon? Yeah, good. Thanks for the answers, guys. I appreciate
He's got better players now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now he finally has kind of some handpicked guys, and I can't shake the comment he made when he first got hired, and people asked him, like, what do you think your defense is going to look like? And he said, I'll tell you when I find out who I have. And they didn't really address defense a lot in the first year. In this offseason, I feel like they did, and especially in the draft. So I feel like he's got more of his guys that he can work with. I do worry that in a year from now, he's not going to be here, so what does it matter? But talent's talent. So.
Do you worry about that? You said I worry that a year from now he won't be here.
I worry that he's having an effect on who they go get when in a year from now you might bring in a defensive coordinator that goes like, I don't like this guy. Because it happens every year. I mean, every year defensive coordinators come in and for whatever reason somebody doesn't fit their scheme. With that said, I don't have a problem with the guys they brought in. Like Hassan Reddick is a stud. Jordan Davis, while I would have drafted Kyle Hamilton, that has nothing to do with Jordan Davis. It's not a slight on him. He looks like a stud. I mean, the moves they made on defense, I agree with them. So I think you're going to see a better look at Jonathan Gannon's system this year than last year.
Well, he better beat a good quarterback.
Yeah, but how many good quarterbacks is he facing this year? I mean, the schedule's bad.
Yeah, but probably. I mean, you're going to face some, and you got to beat them.
Name one. Name one good quarterback. Name him, coward.
Dak Prescott.
Okay. You named one. I asked for it.
I mean, when you go through this
You
list,
asked for it, Pat.
I mean, Mullins, Jones, DiNucci, Hill, Ryan, Darnold, Goff, Bridgewater, Simeon, Wilson, Gilbert, and Heineke. That's almost hard to believe.
That is gross.
That's disgusting. Those are the only wins you have in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You haven't beaten a real viable quarterback. Matt Ryan's 40 years old. I mean, he's been a great quarterback at times. He's still solid, but he was on a trash team.
Yeah.
So your best win against an opposing quarterback was a probably Hall of Fame quarterback on an absolute trash team that was rebuilding. You don't have one marquee quarterback that you can put on the hunter's belt and go, got him.
No.
I'm not going to lie. It does zap a little bit.
It's our whole argument about last year.
It does zap some energy for this season a tad.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to bring that up.
And John brings up all the time, well, Gannon's team, 12th best scoring defense in the NFL. Okay, listen to the quarterbacks that you're beating.
I mean most of those guys aren't deserving of an NFL spot, let alone a starting spot.
But I mean, Ben DiNucci's probably playing the USFL this weekend. So.
Yeah.
And they lost to Daniel Jones in there, too, at one point, right?
They did, yeah. And actually, they should have lost him twice if he didn't trip.
Yeah,
if he didn't trip, they absolutely would have lost that game.
So,
wow.
Cool, right?
Yeah, a little deceiving, I guess. Thanks for being the buzzkill.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was going into this weekend thinking all good thoughts, and now Jamie just
way to go, Jamie.
Threw it all away. So, John Kincade Show, we don't want to leave you on a bad note. So when we get back, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some weird things that your friends say. I have a couple of items here, but we'll get into that a little bit. Obviously, some more Phillies. Good win last night, scoring a lot of runs. Maybe the bats come alive. We'll see. They go at it again tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit more. This is the John Kincade Show here at 97.5 The Fanatic, and I got to tell you, did you know sleep apnea, it occurs in about 25% of men compared to only 10% of women. For every hour of quality sleep that a man loses, testosterone levels decrease by a significant amount. If you wake up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, or tired, sleep apnea could be causing your testosterone levels to be low. Get checked. Call Dr. Avi Donapel at Iron Mountain Men's Health. He and his team provide men of every age with tailored programs to treat low testosterone and ED. At Iron Mountain Men's Health, You meet with a physician who will make sure you receive customized treatment for your personal chemistry. Some patients experience results after their first visit. So call Iron Mountain Men's Health for a free consultation today. They offer financing for qualified patients and telehealth appointments for your convenience. Call 215-659-3770. That's 215-659-3770. Or make your appointment online at ironmountainmenshealth.com. And tell them Bob Cooney sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest.
Hoagie Fest is here.
So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
Back by popular demand, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up again to bring you frozen handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show?
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy frozen handcrafted beverages are back and 20% off when you order and pay on the Wawa app.
If you've got an IRA or 401k, I got bad news for you. Hi, this is Joseph Abundante, best-selling author from right here in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Retirement Income Mastery. The IRS wants you to think these qualified plans are the best way to save for retirement. They give you a tax break when you contribute. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Qualified plan could be a tax disaster when you retire. With over $30 trillion in debt, taxes are already going up. Imagine paying a top tax rate of over 90% like in the 1960s. There is a better way. It's an alternative the wealthy use that often beats your IRA and 401k. It's been around for years. Your money grows tax deferred, and when done right, has no taxes in retirement and no income taxes when you die. Plus, you grow your money potential double digits with no risk of losing money from market crashes. When the market tanks again, you lose nothing. Call Joe Abundante at 1-800-207-4545 to get a free copy of my book and talk to a specialist to protect yourself from crashes and taxes. No credit card required. Call 1-800-207-4545. That's 1-800-207-4545.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life."
I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub.
It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors, and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Greatest invention ever.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
Dell's Black Friday and July sale is here. Now's your chance for a refresh with savings up to $500 off select computers, like the XPS and select Alienware systems, taking performance to the next level with Intel Core processors. Plus, shop special deals on top accessories. Great financing available with a Dell Preferred account and free shipping. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, it's Cause Colonial Marble and Granite celebrating Independence Day with a fabulous 4th of July sale. Yeah! Save 20% off all marble, granite, and quartz countertops, up to 25% off all wall and floor tile. Get zero money down, 0% financing on purchases of $19.99 or more. Transform your house into the home you've always wanted. Visit one of their local showrooms or online at colonialmarble.net.
I thought we were going to the beer store.
We are.
But we passed 3 already.
We're going to the Beer and Cigar Superstore. B&B Beverages in historic Doylestown. This place is amazing.
That's like a 20-minute drive.
Relax. It's just minutes off the 202 byway. They have thousands of craft beers to choose from. Their staff knows everything about beer, and they have a larger selection of cigars than most cigar stores. Check them out at bnbbeverages.com.
You're going to drive me to drink.
Actually, I'm going to drive you to B&B Beverages, the Beer and Cigar Superstore. We'll drink when we get home.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to get conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
What? What the hell are you doing? You're an ass.
Bob, you gonna start the show or am I?
What?
We're back on the air, Bob. Why don't you open the
I know
segment?
we're on the air, okay? I got somebody give me a lap dance here. Why would you do this at 8 o'clock?
Come on, Bob. Your coworkers switched around when they play working for the weekend. You've had a long week, but it's a holiday coming up. They might be annoying you because they played it at 8 o'clock instead of 9. And you know what you should tell them?
Give it to me.
Take that song and shove it.
Shove it!
Here's Bob Cooney. He's working for the weekend right here on the Fanatic.
Oh, man. Hey, you have a small head. And you got a good head of hair.
Everything about me is small. And yes, I mean everything, ladies.
He says it like that's eternal. Here you go.
For
buddy.
some, it might be.
Yeah. You know,
Some ladies out there are probably into.
don't want to be in pain. Just saying.
I'm watching on the YouTube channel, which is a little bit behind Pat dancing. Pat giving me a lap dance. That was pretty cool.
Not a lap dance. It's
as close as I'll come to a lap dance.
It's a
I can
lover
honestly say
boy
that.
working for the weekend dance.
So yesterday, I did a whole bunch of stuff around the house, and I was sweating like crazy, so I jumped into the pool. And Jenna comes out and puts on Alexa, and the first song I hear, I think the 80s channel was on or something. First song I hear.
That's great.
So I went underwater and did laps underwater the whole time until the song was over. Pat.
Yeah.
What's
up, bud? How you doing?
You know what? I love you to death.
Okay.
Just a little disappointed in you right
You're
now.
disappointed in me. I'm disappointed in you.
Wow.
We're not going to hear that again at 9 o'clock, are we?
No, we just moved.
Well, I guess you'll have to be listening.
It's
called a tease.
You just don't know, Bob.
I don't know.
You never know when you'll be working for the weekend. Oh, wait, you do. It's Fridays.
You know what you do oftentimes is you talk to your friends. And sometimes your friends may say some crazy, as Pat put it in our show sheet, crazy sheesh. No, I hate that word.
Sheesh?
Yeah, oh, God, I can't stand the
Really?
sheesh. Oh, ugh.
Why?
I just don't like it.
Okay.
I'm like Sidney Crosby. I just don't like it.
What if you said she's like
crap? I'll take crap
PJ
over.
Tucker got paid 3 years, $33.5 million. Sheesh. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. When you're subbing it for the
Okay.
curse word, it makes my skin crawl. But that doesn't matter. Friends do say some crazy things, Jamie. And Pat put it on our show sheet, and he wanted to know, what are some of the crazier things your friends say? Now,
The John Kincade Show crew is always hanging with interesting people that talk about a lot of stupid shit. Here is today's edition of Stupid Shit Our Friends Talk About.
Go ahead.
it has an intro and everything, Jamie. You better be prepared for this segment.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
I got something.
Go ahead, Pat. You start this, because this is your idea.
So I am I wouldn't say I'm a D on the road, but I'm like an aggressive driver to the sense of,
Yeah, me too.
hey, if there's open road, I'm going. I don't really like waiting. I hate traffic. I hate going the speed limit. There's nothing worse than getting stuck behind a Subaru, because Subaru drivers live to go 30 and a 35. Drives me nuts. So I like to quickly get to where my destination is, and that means when I see a yellow light, I'm going through it. And I have a buddy who says that yellow means stop and clear the intersection. And he is dead set on, and I can't drive with the guy. Because stop, clear the intersection. Like, I cannot drive with this guy because it pisses me off that every single yellow light, and even if it just, I'm not talking about the yellow light that you're driving up to it and it's like, all right, I got to punch it because I don't know when this yellow light actually became yellow. I'm talking about it just turned yellow and he's slamming on the brakes.
Well, that's not
and
safe
it
either.
Drives me nuts. So I got to ask, where do you guys stand on the yellow light? Are you somebody who's punching it, or are you?
I'm a puncher there. The thing I don't get about yellow lights is why are they inconsistent?
Some are longer, some are shorter.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you on that.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
I pulled over by a cop one time.
Because some are like less than a second. You're like, whoa, I thought I had a chance to.
I'm a read the intersection kind of guy when it comes to the yellow. If it's a yellow and it's a non-real busy highway, I'm a puncher probably. But if it's a busier one, I read it accordingly.
So you're just the perfect driver, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think
pretty
that's
much.
what
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
How many
I
tickets
punch
have you
it
guys gotten in your life?
Oh,
Really, Connor? A lot?
like 7 or 8.
Are we not talking about like a parking ticket you close?
No, moving violation.
Yeah.
3?
I want to say 1. And it was 3 days after I got my old car. And I was
not the current hot rod that you're driving?
No, it was 3 days after I got
Which
it.
still has a stain on the front of it, James, from a bird poop?
No, it's got multiple stains now. The birds have been coming for me.
Yeah, how's that rain treating you?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's clearing it up.
Yeah, huh?
I mean, you can barely tell where that stain is now because of the rain.
Yeah.
But the new stain that is developed, you'll see it.
I got some dumb bleep, my friends say. I had this one friend got a nice
Wait,
new...
Pat was telling us about the ticket he got.
Nice new car, and he doesn't believe in car washes. Can you believe that? How dumb is that?
We'll get to that in a second. But basically, I was going up to Ithaca, and I was on whatever that interstate is in New York, and I turned a bend, probably going 80, and there's the state trooper with the and standing out on his car with the gun, and he waved me. It's like crap, and it was however much.
He's not even in the
was.
car. Floor.
Actually, no, I got two. The second one was in Jersey. Same thing. I was probably going 40 and 35, and the guy wanted to let me
40
go.
and a 35?
The guy,
Wow, you're really killing it.
The guy wanted to let me go, and the problem is, I didn't have my updated inspection.
Oh, shady.
I had the old one, and I didn't realize it.
Shady.
And I had to drive all the way to this place and show them that my car was inspected. But the car wash thing, I'll stand by. I just think it's a waste of money.
You have bird poop all over your nice.
You might
new
like
car.
it if you try it, Pat.
Yeah, but I've actually come around to your nickname. You wanna tell me the nickname that you gave me? Bird bleep car guy. I've come around to that. I've owned it. No,
Jacko like the car wash.
If
Take
I
him
can
in there.
if I can find a car wash for like $5, that's one thing. If it's I'm not
I
paying
got one by me in Glenside that's $20 unlimited washes for the month.
I'm not paying $20 though. I don't care if it's unlimited.
You bird crap all over your car.
I don't care if it's unlimited. I'm not going to go that much.
Pat, like you have a nice car now. You got a very, very nice car.
It's okay.
No, it's a nice car. Why don't you want it to look good?
It's not that I don't want it to look good. I think it's.
But it doesn't.
I think it's.
You and I went out yesterday. You and I went out yesterday after work. We walked 2 days ago. Walked to our cars together. And I said, Pat, you still have the bird stain on there? And you go, oh, yeah, but you can barely notice it because of all the other stuff on there. And I'm like, why don't you get it washed?
It was like this crap from the tree that I parked under.
Yeah, wash
and
your
it's
car,
got
man.
all this, like, my car's got all this, like, shrubbery crap on it.
You know,
now, I just don't, honestly, I've never really cared about car. I think I've had a car I've had my own car since I was 21. I've probably gotten 3 car washes in my life.
I love the 2.5 to 3 minutes that it takes sitting in the car to go through a car wash.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
it's therapeutic almost.
It is.
It is.
And
Skylar
nice time
loves it.
alone, and you don't have to do anything except listen to music, and you
Yeah.
sit back and then you get out and you say, "Wow, look at the glean on this car."
I will tell you
It
what.
feels good. It feels awesome.
I do have a car wash near the karate studio. Yeah, that Jack goes to.
Yeah.
Which he went yesterday. Crushed it.
Did he crush it? Good man.
I had to. He had a class last week where he was so bad that I had to take his hockey puck away from him, and he lost it. Like he freaked out that I was like punishing him because he just couldn't get through this class. He was going to Rover, and he's so used to us just giving it back to him. And I was like, no, like you got to wait to go to another class, pay attention to the whole thing. And so the next day, can I get my hockey puck? I was like, no, you've got to wait to go through a class. So he waited 3 days, and then at that point, he couldn't wait to go to karate, and he crushed it. Yesterday's class, he starts out, and he's just kind of spinning in circles, and I'm like, I'm going to the car to get the hockey puck. Like, I'm going to have to take it from him again. And then I come back in, and all of a sudden, he's Cobra Kai. Like he's just sitting there doing karate chops. My kid's a killer.
But yeah, Natalie says there's a $6 car wash in Germantown.
I said 5, Natalie, and while I love you, I don't know if I can splurge that extra.
I'll give you the extra
in
dollar.
this economy.
Bob and I'll chip in 50 cents each.
Yeah.
Well, now we're talking, gentlemen. Now we're talking.
And by the way,
I
so
want that car.
money?
I really like that car. I like it so much that you took me for a ride in it a day or two after you had it.
I did, yeah.
I want it cleaned.
By
Pat.
the way, the ride was 1 lap in our parking lot, and it wasn't a big lap.
No, but you hit the gas one time, and I felt the power of that machine.
Yeah.
By the way, there's some good yellow light knowledge in the YouTube chat. According to a couple people, Matt Deckard, Anthony Campanelle, yellows are supposed to be reflective of the miles per hour they're in.
Oh, that's
okay. That makes sense.
Which does make sense.
Yeah.
And apparently every second is supposed to relatively be around 10 mile an hour.
That makes a lot of sense.
So if you're in a 45 or 50, it's probably a longer yellow light than a 25.
I know this isn't really bleep my...
Never thought about it that way.
I never thought about it either. It's good knowledge. This isn't really bleep my crap my friend said, but Bob can attest. The best part about the car, and I didn't realize this when I got it, was the stank for my hockey equipment does not permeate through the cabinet.
Wow.
It stays in the trunk. Bob,
I actually sniffed his car. He told me, he said, you got to come smell the car. I said, Pat, you got to take better care of the outside. And I said, you got all your hockey junk in there too? Like, it's going to smell. And he says, no, it doesn't. Come over here and check it out. And it didn't.
I mean, the trunk smells like straight, like hot ass, but the cabin is a nice scent of vanilla. Because I got an air freshener.
It was very delightful, yes. Although I couldn't put my hand on the car when I was sniffing in because it was so dirty. I didn't want to.
You haven't given one. I mean, you go out to lunch with your
friends say.
You go out to lunch with Rock Tim Glenn on like a daily basis. There's got to be some stupid stuff that they like.
I haven't been to lunch in like 2.5, 3 weeks.
Like for instance, like hypothetically speaking, like Sean Couturier sucks and Tony DeAngelo is the greatest defenseman in the league.
I got a better one than that.
Go ahead.
The James Harden trade was the worst in Sixers history.
Oh, my God. Does this person know who Charles Barkley is?
This person thinks that Tony DeAngelo is one of the top 5 defensemen in the league.
Love you, Rock. Love you, bud.
Worst trade in Sixers history. And if he were to, he might call in. He might.
They've done a lot of bad
now.
trades.
For Ben, I mean, they traded Ben Simmons, who doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah,
Seth
for a guy
Curry's
that's
got
not
1 year left. Andre Drummond, who already left, and a slew of first-round picks that are to be in their 20s.
By the way, if the Nets are going to blow it up and listen to offers on anyone, Seth Curry with 1 year left on his deal, come on home.
Absolutely.
Make an offer.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I would
absolutely love that.
Trevelin Queen for Seth Curry, who says no.
I mean, if you have Seth and DeAnthony Melton as your top 2 guys off the bench, and then Daniel House as your third, you're so much improved.
Oh, that's
do the Nets like Matisse?
That's sexy.
Do you like Furkan? What else can I offer?
Can we trade for Ben so we can find him again?
I like that Ben Simmons kid coming out of college. He might have something.
Connor, what are some stupid things your friends say?
I mean, so
besides, hey Connor, you got 3 balls. Wait for a good pitch.
Well, no, yeah, that's
in softball.
3 balls because there's a 1-1 count when you start. We're not gonna do that. We had an argument about a dumb hypothetical though. So if humans were going to Mars, new colony on Mars was getting started, you have an option. You can either be one of the first 10 people to Mars or the last 10 people on Earth. Which one are you picking?
That's tough.
I'm being the last 10 people on Earth.
I think I'm going Mars because knowing you're the last people on Earth, like I assume the Earth is ceasing to exist soon.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, but it still has Wi-Fi.
But
so I'm going
you're
last.
safe. Like you're not going to be destroyed on Earth if you're the last 10. You're just alone basically with 10 people, with 9 others.
Is this your thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
He comes up with some great.
No, these are
questions.
good. Yeah, he had one during the weekend, but it was the weekend, so I had to tell him like, dude, give it a rest. This is a good one though. I'm going with last.
See, if you're last though, they've already got like a system of government established up there on Mars. They might have a statue of somebody. Like you're late to the Mars party.
Why do you say? What do you mean that?
You're going to be a second-class citizen on Mars.
I'm a second-class citizen here.
Look, the reality is, I don't want to move out of this city. So imagine moving out of this planet. No, I'm hard out on that.
Well, I'm staying. I want to be where I know.
Yeah,
But
like
you
I'm a
can't
creature
stay.
habit.
There's no stay.
There is staying.
Like you're going to
You
go
just said I'm the
eventually.
last
part
Yeah,
of it.
last
people
10,
here.
but like it's not like you get to live
Am I
out your life
dying here? I'm just the last 10 people to go there.
Last 10 people to go there, but it's like steady
Oh.
transport. Yeah, you're one of the last 10 people on Earth before you go there.
I mean,
I'd stay here still. I'd miss that last flight.
It's gonna take 3 years to get to Mars.
Sure.
So like I'm out on that. And
3
then
years?
and then you get it takes 3 years to get to Mars.
Yeah, but there's time change on Mars, so you make up for it.
Yeah, have
Okay,
you seen
yeah.
Interstellar,
Daylight
bro?
saving
Come
time.
on, he was in the bookcase.
Yeah, I'm still screaming at Murph.
I think you can get there. I mean, I know that's probably right, but you could beat 3 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if you go a little bit faster, you can get your
Just
waist
gotta hit
time
one of
down.
those Star Wars,
hyperspeed.
the hype- yeah.
Yeah, hit that. You can get there. in no
Hit a
time.
black hole and transport.
I'm pretty sure the NASA people look at the Waze and go, I can beat that by 3 minutes.
I'm
Absolutely.
going first 10 because by the time you guys get up there, last 10, it's going to be Connor's Mars. I'm going to be the king of Mars. It's going to be awesome. Going to have established
See, I don't care
dominance.
about that. I've never been in charge of this country or this world. Why would I care
How
who's
do you
in
know
charge
whether
of
or
the
not
other
you like
world?
it? Wouldn't you want to be like you could be the first person on Mars?
Yeah, what
You
does
could
that
be
mean?
Matt
I mean,
Damon
that
in The
gives you
Martian.
huge responsibility.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you could do whatever you want.
With great power comes great responsibility.
What do you mean you can do whatever you want? Can't you do whatever you want here?
No, there are laws and stuff. You get to
But
establish
maybe
the laws
there's
on Mars.
Maybe there's hot Martian babes
what
up there. and
lawless-
Connor
Could
gets
be
first
hot
pick.
Martians.
If you're wait a second, hold
Yeah,
on. I want to go
yeah,
deep on
yeah,
this
yeah.
moron for a second. If you're the
Whoa!
you're the one,
Where did that come from?
if you are the first person on Mars, what kind of laws are you breaking? What kind of lawlessness is there?
No, you can come up with
What
all
are you
kinds
gonna
of
do?
stuff. We're going to establish the Philadelphia 76ers of Mars, and they get all of the best players. That's
There's
the
no
law.
basketball there.
There is now. I just made the law. I
Okay.
can build out
You
the
have to build
society
it.
as I would like it. So when you show
You
up,
have to
when
build
when
everything that
show
you're
up
going to make the laws of.
When you show up last tenor, if you keep your life after the Brett Brown thing, then you could show up under the laws that we established as the first tenors.
Fair point.
No, it's not. It's this wasn't one of your. I still rate your questioning of 5-year-old kids with Michael Jordan bodies or 5-year or Michael Jordan, whatever it was.
Michael Jordan's brain and 5-year-old bodies cook the 5-year-old brains in Michael Jordan's body. And it's not close.
It is close.
It's not.
It's close.
It's very close. Have you seen
that.
5-year-olds?
I love it. It's not close. You don't have 5-year-olds. You don't know how big they are. And this is a stupid hypothetical. So the fact that you're saying it's not even close.
It's not even close.
So my wife and I got into a little
why
argument
he's
last
single.
night, and I needed your guys' reaction to this. So she's making a list for me to go
Checking
to
it
the
twice?
store after
That's a Santa
after
joke.
work today. I got it. Just because I didn't laugh didn't mean I didn't get it, Jim.
He loves that line.
That's stupid stuff I always say.
You're right. It is dumb.
It is, yeah.
So she makes this list last night for me to go to the store, and I'm sitting at the counter doing something, and she goes, "Okay, here's the list: paper towels," and she starts reading it, and I said,
Isn't this
"I
why
said,
you wrote
whoa,
it down?
hold on a second.
I can
said,
read.
I said, "You don't have to read it to me." Well, you might not know what kind of deodorant I need. Like this is the kind. And she reads it again. I go, "Oh my God! If it says deodorant for you, I will." And I'm not sure what it is. They have these things called phones. I can text you. I could call you. I'll figure it out then. And maybe I was being a little condescending, but I was talking in exactly that tone. I just did it now. She got mad.
on the phone. I'm not on the stank.
She got mad at me. Oh, okay. Throws the list down and kind of walks away. And I go, whoa, hold on a minute. I said, you just wrote me out a list and felt the need to read it to me. Why?
I kind of see where she's coming from a little bit.
No.
Yeah,
You're
because,
such a...
no, because
come on.
like sometimes I'll go to the grocery store and my wife's list will say something and I'm like, well, what the hell is that? Or what does that mean? Or what type of this? Or what? So some clarity isn't the worst thing on a shopping list.
There should be a better list then. If you have to explain the list, you didn't do a good enough job of writing the list.
Why do you have to explain it the night before I go?
Oh, the night before. I thought you were like going out the door.
No, I'm going today after work.
So you can get that
The
film
list
section
was
in.
written last night, and the need was felt to read it to me? I'm
not
come on, Pat,
interjecting
chime in.
myself and Donna in your arguments.
I like Donna.
So do I.
So I'm gonna side with Donna on this because I know she's listening, and I don't want to be on her bad side. So Donna, I agree with you.
You guys are
What?
Say it.
Imagine living
Coward.
with Bob.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
wanna
Donna's
live with Bob.
carrying. She's the backbone of that house.
Oh, I do nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I do nothing, but yeah, there's no thought process
least you know
into, I'm the grunt that goes out and cuts the lawn and paints the fence and stuff like that. Yeah, really. I got home yesterday and she said, the room was so straightened up yesterday. Oh, look at it now. So I run around and start cleaning up my socks and stuff like that. Oh, sorry. I just got home from work. I got to go paint the fence. I'll be back later. I'll see you. I put the sun lotion on and go out and paint the fence. All right, you were talking about... You were talking earlier about 2 ways what you would do. A drop boy, calm down over there. About what you would do if you were a famous athlete, James. Tristan Homan on our Twitter feed says, looks like Jamie already has his own island. Lynch Island is an island lying in the eastern part of Marshall Bay, close off the south coast of Coronation Island in the South
Antarctic.
Orkney Islands, Antarctica. Yes.
Yeah, I kind of got hosed there.
Yeah, you didn't get a great spot.
It's not a great island.
Location.
Yeah, it's not where you want your island to be in Antarctica.
Nah, you're kind of screwed there.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. If you could spend one season somewhere, where would it be? Like a summer in France or a winter in something. I think I'd like to spend a winter in Alaska just to see what it's like.
You're a psycho.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I think it would be cool.
I want it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool.
More than cool. No, I think that I do. You guys know one of my favorite shows is Life Below Zero. People hunting for themselves in like minus 36-degree weather.
I'd like to do a winter in like Jackson Hole, Wyoming, like somewhere that's like absurdly expensive and great skiing and beautiful. Summer, I'd put me in Greece for the summer. That'd be cool. I've never been. I'd have always wanted to. It can't suck there. There's just no way.
Yeah. It doesn't suck.
Not that Greece, Kyle.
Pat, I don't think you really care where you are.
Not really. I think we're actually pretty fortunate where we're located.
Because we get all seasons.
In the sense of, well, yeah, kind of, but in the sense of like natural disasters, we don't really have it that bad. Like California has forest fires, mudslides, earthquakes. The South has tornadoes and hurricanes. We have like snow. Like that's pretty much it. We just have snow. We don't have to worry about all the crap that like actually terrifies me. Snow doesn't terrify me.
That's a good point.
Earthquakes terrify me.
Yeah, tornadoes,
rolling blackouts, tornadoes, like,
hurricanes.
Tornadoes are becoming,
I
I feel like, more common up here, though.
But like not where we live.
I mean, one buzzed by
Washington
my
Township
house.
just like
Yeah, well, that's because you moved to the burbs.
Yeah, but like, what is it? Mullica Hill got like destroyed.
That's true. Those tornadoes don't want these city streets, son.
One right by me up through Upper Dublin. We missed it by like
Dude,
not much.
Tornadoes don't want the smoke of Roxborough. They just don't. So,
you know where tornadoes don't really happen? Maine.
Yep, that's true.
Is that a penguin? No, it's a puffin.
I have a great puffin story.
And you can see them in Maine, in the wild. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism. What is a puffin? I've never heard of a puffin.
Are you serious?
A puffin is
I
like
swear to God,
thing,
I never
the
have.
beak is shorter, but it kind of looks like a smaller penguin.
You've never heard
Come
of a
on,
puffin?
you never seen a puffin before?
Why would I lie? I swear to God, I don't know what a... Oh, that's called a puffin?
As Jamie shows him a picture of a puffin.
Yeah, it's like
he just had that up on
like the cousin.
I
of a
swear to
penguin.
God, I never heard of a
That
puffin.
was a pretty quick puffin Google. Did you have that at the ready?
I mean, it's 5 letters.
It's in his
6
favorites.
letters.
Puffin.
Puffin images. Wait, you have a puffin story?
Yeah. So real
Who the
quick.
hell has a puffin story?
Real quick. So when I was proposing, I wanted to come up with a creative idea, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get a penguin. Penguins made for life, rocking the pebble, blah blah blah.
A real penguin?
Yeah. So I called up
Sidney Crosby.
the Camden Aquarium, and I was like, hey,
Can I buy a penguin?
like not buy a penguin, but
Rent?
can you do like
They already have the
can
dogs.
you do
Jeez.
can you do like a meet and greet with a penguin where the penguin comes out and like presents the pebble, which is the engagement ring, and then we get married and 7 years later we divorce, and they're like, no, we have puffins. And I said, what the hell's a puffin?
See, he didn't know a puffin either, James.
And they said it's kind of like a penguin. And then the price hit of like, the price was like $500 or something. And they start selling it of like, well, you get 10 people and you get your picture. I was like, I don't really need all that. Like it's me and her and this penguin comes out and there's the ring and then like we go home.
Yeah, that's all you need
And
the
it was
puffin
like,
for.
no. And I was like, so you say no to love? And they're like, yeah, we don't do that. We say no to love. So I had to go up to the Lehigh Valley Zoo where they had a meet and greet with a penguin. And then the penguin came out, and I gave her the ring, and then she said, let me appraise this, and I'll get back to you.
A puffin or a penguin?
It was an actual penguin, yeah. Because I'm like, well, I don't want to half-ass this.
That's
into
how
a
you
puffin.
proposed?
Yeah. So we did a meet and greet with Tulani the penguin.
Who had Pat proposing with a penguin on their bingo board?
Tulani the penguin came out. We hung out with Tulani for about 30 minutes at the Lehigh Valley Zoo. And then
Even after you proposed and she said yes, they were like, no, stay here, guys. You still have 25 more minutes with the penguin.
it was the 30-minute meet and greet with the penguin. At the end of it,
Did you propose at the end or the start?
At the end of it, I proposed.
So you're like 25 minutes in, just getting sweaty hands trying to focus on this penguin.
So you turned her on with the penguin.
What?
Turned her on to marriage with a penguin.
Oh, yeah, because they mate for life.
Oh, my God.
That's so romantic.
Bob probably got engaged at a PJ
On a
Wellahans.
basketball court eating wings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't want to hear it from you, Bobby. All right.
I can't do this read with tears in my eyes. I'm laughing so hard.
Bob is probably like, well, I mean, Donna's pregnant, so I guess I have to. Let's do it at halftime of a basketball game.
Seriously?
Let's do it at halftime of a basketball game. That'll be creative. Bob did it on a Jumbotron at a Sixers game.
Camden Catholic
Well, folks, the
Camden
Jockey Cage show will be ending an hour and a half early today. We are done at 8:30.
He did it at Camden Catholic.
All right, boys.
Hey, Mr. Crawford, can you hold the ring while I go propose to my wife, Donna?
I was making love to my wife, Donna.
I was making love. My wife, Donna.
A crowd of 13 people went nuts.
I can't believe you proposed
I agree
with a
with you.
penguin.
Jim G said, let's get back to the show sheet. I totally agree.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. When we do get back, we're going to do some more Phillies, Sixers talk, hopefully get away from the Penguins and the Puffins.
What a romancer.
I'll say.
I mean,
Well,
jeez.
Michelle Ferreri's going to call in about a year, so
Was
don't
Jack
worry.
born 9 months exactly later?
No, Jack was born 9 months after the Eagles Super Bowl. He had a onesie that said, I missed the Eagles Super Bowl by 9 months.
All right, this baseball season.
Natalie said, "Oh my God, Pat, that is so cute."
Yeah, it's whatever. You want to just do your live read at the back end because you're not getting through this. We all know.
You're not getting through
John
it.
Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia, the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence and the best sports talk in the country.
Happy 4th of July weekend from 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Concerts, festivals, family gatherings,
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
shooting hoops, sitting on the stoop,
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
picnics, pool parties,
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
days on the beach, nights on the town,
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
crack of the bat, peanuts and hot dogs.
There's an Everfresh juice for that too.
There's an Everfresh juice for every occasion. Everfresh has over 40 flavors to choose from, including our premier apple juice line with your favorite apple to eat. Now available in a bottle to drink. Just twist the cap. Everfresh juices and juice drinks. Nature's refreshment.
Look for delicious 100% juice, Honeycrisp apple, or any Everfresh juice or juice drink flavor at the Hungry A on Sproul Road in Springfield.
Don't miss Chris Pratt in the terminal list.
Lieutenant Commander James Reese, can you outline the details of your mission?
It was a setup. They knew we were coming.
Nothing in this file adds up.
From Antoine Fuqua, director of Training Day. Answers or blood? Blood. Stay off my list. The Terminal List. New series, now streaming on Prime Video.
The 4th of July sales on Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Almost everything is 50 to 70% off. Plus, take an extra 10% off. Doorbusters start at just $5. But hurry, the sale ends July 5th. Only at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Shop for the season with 50% off everything at Banana Republic Factory. Discover adventure-ready styles from effortless dresses to utility classics from $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online. Only at Banana Republic Factory.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.
Montgomery County is a mecca for golf fans. Book a golf getaway weekend. Play at one of Montco's 50 beautiful courses. Stay overnight in one of the 80 area hotels. Visit award-winning breweries, wineries, distilleries, and you can enjoy world-class shopping at the King of Prussia Mall, Suburban Square, or the Philadelphia Premium Outlets. To learn more about golf and the many adventures awaiting you in Montgomery County, go to visitvalleyforge.org or check out the John Kincade Show Golf Tour page at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. It's all presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Hey, it's Cuz Colonial Marble and Granite celebrating Independence Day with a fabulous 4th of July sale. Yeah. Save 20% off all marble, granite, and quartz countertops, up to 25% off all wall and floor tile. Get zero money down, 0% financing on purchases of $19.99 or more. Transform your house into the home you've always wanted. Visit one of their local showrooms or online at colonialmarble.net.
This baseball season, turn K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. All you have to do is sign up with promo code Bob and place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many great promotions, and I love it when I win that I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Bob to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
8 o'clock hour brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. So we'll get off the subject quickly, but I can't get past that when Pat got denied the Penguin, he called somewhere else instead of just changing ideas. So I have to give you kudos for sticking with your Penguin one.
I combined some facts to speed up the story, but Camden said, yeah, no, we say no to love. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Baltimore was the one that wanted $500 for, like, a 30-minute 10 p.m. I'm like, I don't need that. And they're like, well, too bad. It's $500. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing it. Philadelphia Zoo, I emailed, and they were booked for like 6 or 7 months. And then when I said, okay, what weekdays do you have? I'm literally still waiting to hear back from them. And that's when I hit up the Lehigh Valley Zoo. And they gave me a big old bear hug. They welcomed me in with open arms.
Lehigh Valley loves
they were
love.
cool with it. So, we rolled in there.
Did they say you were the first ever penguin proposer?
I don't know. Good question. I don't think I was, because they had an idea of how to do it, so it sounded like I wasn't that creative.
Now,
with
did
this.
the penguin actually hold the ring at any point?
So that's my original idea was the penguin comes out with the ring around its neck, and they're like, well, we don't want to do that because the sparkle in the ring might attract the penguin to start trying to like eat at it. I'm like, I'm just gonna, it's cubic zirconium and it's Target's finest, so you're not gonna have to worry about that. But they're like, yeah, we still don't want to risk it. And I was like, okay.
All right.
How'd you propose, Bobby?
I said, you want to get married? She said, yes, and here we are.
So that is romantic.
That's not the full story, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm not a great romance guy, I guess.
It's not the full story at all.
I picked her up from work. She said, what'd you do? I said, the Daily News gave me something today for being there for 5 years. She said, what'd they give you? I said, it's in the glove compartment. And she opened the glove compartment, and there was the ring, and I asked her to marry me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. What did you do, James? Give me the dirty look. Go ahead.
He was in the south of France.
There's sailboats or airplanes or, something like that, barefoot on the beach and all that.
Well, I was originally going to propose on a European trip we were taking, but I got nervous about flying with the ring. So Forbidden Drive in Valley Green, we went on a long walk. We were meeting for my dad's birthday dinner at the Valley Green Inn. That was and I said, it's a nice day. Let's get there early. So we went for a long walk. Both of us hate attention. Like, if I proposed at a ball game or something, she would say no and run away from me. So I waited till we were kind of alone on the walk and did it there, and then our families met us at the restaurant.
My original plan was to roll up to a Wawa.
And then we went to Europe. It was great.
Roll up to a Wawa and throw her the ring and say, I'm going to go in and get a shorty. I want you to be my shorty. And I want an answer when I get out of here. Yeah. But I decided,
Penguin's a little more.
That's been done.
Yeah.
Right? People have done that. So let's do something more creative. Let's go with the penguin.
would say no.
Is your wife shorter than you?
No personal questions.
Damn, I thought I could sneak one in there and I'd get him.
6'4".
I do have her number, though.
Yeah, he does.
We texted.
Yeah. One time. That might be twice. I don't know. Not really worried about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry either. Phillies last night. You get a little bit of a breakout game with the bats. Castellanos. It's so weird. You guys remember yesterday I was talking about how Kruk was saying when things were going well, he was looking to take everything to left center field. Now, John Kruk, left-handed bat, looking to take everything to left center field. And when he was hitting well, that's what he was doing. And if he missed on that, what he wanted to do, he wound up pulling the ball and still hitting it hard. Nick Castellanos last night, Kruk pointed out, was doing exactly that from a right-handed bat. He said it looks like he's looking towards right center field to try to get hits there. And sure enough, he gets a 3-run homer to right center field last night. Did you guys kind of see something that makes you feel better with all the runs they got last night? Was it an outlier? Is this the turn of something good? Derek Hall give you, I don't know, optimism? What was last night to you guys with that big win over Atlanta after 2 losses?
Probably more of an outlier than anything. I mean, look, their offense is still going to be decent at times. Schwarber's unbelievable in the month of June. I wish today was June 31st and not July 1st, so we can just keep that going. He's actually pretty good in July, too. They're his 2 best months of a season in his career. Castellanos has to come around or they're screwed. But overall, I still look at this team with a bunch of holes in it. A Bailey Falter game heading into a weekend. Versus the Cardinals, who you're chasing for the last wild card spot. Not a great feeling. I'm not going to lie. You need bullpen help. You need a center fielder or a right fielder. You need a leadoff hitter. I still see a massive amount of holes. So a game like that last night, I'd probably chalk up as more of an outlier in the current situation without Harper than anything.
So here's where they are right now in the wild card. They are 2.5 games out of a wild card.
Yeah.
1.5 games back of the Giants, 2.5 games back of the Cardinals.
Who you have 7 games with coming up.
Right, and also behind Atlanta and San Diego. Yeah, Bailey Falter isn't ideal thrown out on the mound tonight, but you're still only 2.5 games back. The 2-game stretch that they played, that they lost to Atlanta before last night, I'll be honest, it did take some of the wind out of my sails. But you're only 2.5 games out of a wild card.
Thought the same thing last night. Like, for all the doom and gloom, and I understand why, you're only 2.5 out. It's not the end of the world.
We'll go make a trade.
Well, you go make a trade.
You
do it first.
You can't afford to wait 3 or 4 weeks.
I tend to agree with you, but we all know they're going to. The idea that they're going to make a trade.
Then continue being a loser organization. It's that simple. You're accepting inadequacy.
Connor, you're down there an awful lot, and you hear other reporters talk and the talk around the clubhouse and all. Have you gotten the feeling that people are doom and gloom about, I shouldn't say doom and gloom, that reporters or other people don't think they're going to do something? Do you get the feeling that they may be active in more of a way than that?
No, I mean, I'm getting the sense from just being down there that people are kind of just biding their time until we get closer to the deadline, and then the expectation is there will be moves. We're still trying to see, because there are different ways they can approach this depending on how Dave Dombrowski and the front office feels about this team. Like, if they trust the guys they have are going to come around and JT's going to start hitting and Castellanos is going to start hitting, it could just be like a bullpen arm or 2 bullpen guys, and they'll figure out the outfield until Harper gets back eventually. Like, the thing is, I don't think they're in as much trouble without making a move right now as you guys seem to think. Because the schedule is just, this is their last tough stretch really of the year for the schedule. And then they're playing Washington a bunch. They're playing the Cubs, they're playing the Pirates, they're playing the Reds they haven't seen yet. They're going to play the Reds a couple times. They're going to walk through some teams coming up, and I think it's just, we saw a team that won the World Series last year over the past couple games, and it's easy to over-evaluate that team and under-evaluate the Phillies, but they're close. And the other thing with the trade deadline, too, not to take this point too long, teams may not tell you what's available until they figure out where they're at close to the trade deadline. So, yeah, would it behoove the Phillies to make a move earlier? Sure, but you could be...
Yeah, but the Royals and Orioles know what they are.
They are, but who do you want on the Royals or Orioles? Like,
Benintendi or Whit Merrifield.
Yeah.
Come on down.
But they might be like, well, hey, if we wait longer, the market's going to get...
That's why I say name your price. Like, honestly, I think they're that desperate.
But are you that desperate to, like, overpay right now when you could just tread water against the...
Can they tread water?
Yeah, they can.
Well, you used the term, you said, they're going to walk through some teams. I don't have that confidence in this Phillies team at all that they're walking through anybody.
I absolutely do. If they play a series against Washington...
What makes you feel that way? Well, they did win 4 of 5 in Washington recently. But they also lost 4 straight games to the Texas Rangers. There's been other teams that have...
They were 4 straight. They lost 4.
Well, they lost all 4 that they played against.
2 of those were against Martin Perez, who's a really, really good pitcher.
Yeah. Well, other bad teams have really, really good pitchers that they might face. I just don't have the confidence in this team at 3 games above 500 or whatever they are that they have walk-through capability on anybody.
I totally... That series in Washington, really? They just, like...
Yeah, they annihilated Washington in Washington.
Those are the teams they're going to see. They're going to see teams like that, and they're going to be able to tread water based on those series alone. You need to be in the mix by the trade deadline, which they will be, and then you need to be in the mix when Bryce Harper comes back, which I believe if they make the right moves, they will be. But I'm in no rush to do anything right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Connor in a way. Like, I do think they'll be able to tread water. Am I in a rush? I think they should make a move, but I don't think the season's going to be lost if they don't. Because I think they can tread water. So.
I think it could be.
And I think that
the Cardinals
could be.
Cardinals are good, and you have 7 games against them. Like, say they go 5-2 versus them, all of a sudden you're now 7.5 games out of a wild card.
Yeah, I mean, look, this weekend doesn't bode well for their chance. Bailey Falter does nothing for me.
You know, I mean, not to make too much of these 7 games versus the Cardinals, but it's literally the team you're chasing.
Yeah,
and they can push you away.
It wouldn't surprise me if they won 2 of 3, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they lost 2 of 3 this weekend.
Sure.
It also wouldn't surprise me if they got swept.
It would
wouldn't be
surprise
surprised
me if they got swept. They got Wheeler going up.
All right, Wheeler, but still.
It wouldn't surprise me if they have 3-game series against anybody if they lose 2 of 3. That's just why. If they make a move, Connor, that's when maybe I would feel more like you do now.
Right. I don't think they need to make a move right now. I think that they're biding their time smartly. And when they get to that point where you're closer to the trade deadline, they're like John talks all the time about bidding against themselves, whether or not it's actually the case when we talk about it there. But this would be a case where I think they would be. wait. You can tread water. You're not going to be out of contention by the
I don't know if you can say that definitively, though.
I can definitively say they're not going to be out of contention by the trade deadline.
I don't know.
Deadline's at the end of
August 2nd.
And I was going to say end of July.
Yeah, we're 1 month away, basically.
Yeah. So in the next month, if they go say they have 30 games, or I don't know, 28 games, they go 14-14. That's okay. They did the right thing.
I'm not saying it's
no,
okay.
I'm asking. I'm not being smart here with you.
I don't think they can survive by August 1st if they're 7 or more games back. Like you're in trouble.
Yeah, I need more. I just need more. And Zach Eflin's out for a little while. I don't know when he's coming back. You have Bailey Falter right now going as your 5th starter.
He's got 2 wins already on the year. He's 2-1, I think, is his record. Like, he hasn't been terrible.
Yeah,
He's been good.
Well, that's 5th starters. We had that conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I wish I had your confidence. I just don't. I think you need to be better than treading water at any point this season. I hear and I absolutely hear what you're saying, and I understand you, and I'm not going against you so much. I just think it's not good enough. It's not.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
The difference is they don't have to be good enough until, like, I'm tired of this team. Where does this team lose? They've been good enough in July and August before. They need to be good enough in September. So don't make a move now that could preclude you from making a better move later when you could still be alive. Like, your stretch that you're going to have to win games is past the trade deadline. I'm not worried about this. Just stay alive until you get there and then make the run.
I'm just not. I mean, their schedule's not easy. Like,
you got the 4th easiest schedule in baseball the rest of the way.
Yeah, but look at it coming up. So you have 7 with the Cardinals. Then you have a series with the Blue Jays.
Right.
Then you have the Marlins, who are literally a hemorrhoid to this organization. I mean, and then you have the Braves again. I mean, you sprinkle in a Pirates and a Nats and a Cubs here and there, but it's not like it's a cakewalk schedule.
It, but those soft schedule, like the soft series, mitigate the harder ones.
No, they don't. Not with this team.
I think they do.
The Phillies historically play up to their opponents and play down to their opponents. So there is no. I can't take anything away from the schedule in a positive manner.
I can't, and I don't care who the opponent is. I don't have that confidence in they're playing a bad team, so they should do this. They should. Look,
Braves,
said
Cardinals, and Blue Jays are 11 games of this month.
Yeah, the Phillies are a 500 team right now.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, they went on a great stretch where they were 17-6, whatever. When it all comes out to play, and I know I said this last year, but right now, to me, without Bryce Harper, they're a 500 team, and that's not good enough for. I don't think. If you stay 500 until the trade deadline, I think you're 2.5 from being 2.5 out of a wild card, probably goes up to like 5.5.
Yeah, and who wants to make a run?
Yeah.
Listen, that's what the good teams do. That's what Atlanta did when they won. That's what Washington did when they won. Like, teams make the run late, they get hot, they get in. That's the success story for teams that are not the Dodgers, the Astros, the Yankees. Like, if you're a middling team, you need to play your cards right so you hit it at the right time. And I think if you make a trade too early, you could preclude yourself from doing something that would help you better in the stretch where you really need to win.
Yeah, I like your outlook. I just don't think I agree with it. I don't want to say I don't agree. I want to say this. I don't have the confidence that you do.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong on this.
So could I. Martin Law, Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. You guys get on to the. You guys get on Twitter a little bit more than I do during the show. Any news out there concerning NBA stuff that opened your eyes a little bit
no
today?
Notifications.
Nothing?
I haven't looked.
Nothing. Nothing going on.
Try not to look during the show.
Because I have Shams and Woj notifications set.
Yeah, so do I. But that's
slow morning.
Me.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Well, what do you think? The Harden thing about him not getting the deal done, and did it raise any flags to you or raise any thoughts in your head at all?
I think that's just a product of him not having an agent. Honestly, like when he came here and John ripped him for having to close up his cable bill and all that, and that's funny. But I think it's just the dude doesn't have an agent, and he just kind of, I don't know, he's a little too chill about his contract, and maybe moving on to the next. So I think it's just the product of him and Daryl had a conversation. They agreed relatively in principle to some kind of agreement of, that 3-year, $110 million deal. and they just need to sit down and actually, go over the details of it and put pen to paper. I think that's all it is. I could be wrong, but
no, you could be absolutely right. Or could there be, as some people put out there, that they're really trying to do other things, and that Harden said, okay, if you get something else done, then we'll get back and talk.
Yeah, I got the feeling if it was like, hey, we have an opportunity to get fill in the blank. And even though we said we were going to give you X amount of money, are you willing to take a little bit less because we can get this guy?
And by the way, Michael Rubin's right over there, and he has a Fanatics exclusive deal for you. Wink, wink.
I saw you put that on Twitter yesterday.
I hope that theory, that conspiracy theory you have is accurate. I really do.
Yeah. Wait till JH. I mean, the timing of Michael Rubin bowing out, 2 weeks before free agency starts. I mean, come on.
Come
on.
I think it's
JH1
You're a conspiracy guy. You are.
JH1 fitness and training centers are going to start popping up around. It's the TB12. I mean, Tom Brady was a top 5 paid quarterback one time in his career.
That is, I've thought of that often since this Harden stuff went down.
TB12's making bank from Robert Kraft Enterprises, just like hopefully James Harden and maybe Kevin Durant are going to be making bank from the Fanatics.
Yeah. So from what I've heard
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Bob.
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you there. I saw you put it out on Twitter again yesterday.
I believe it 100%.
You're onto something pretty good. You're onto something pretty good. I'll give you that. But there's a lot of things that we don't like to do in just 1 minute. But if there's anybody that's perfected doing something in a minute, it's Pat Egan.
Two pump Egan.
It's time!
Okay, it's one pump, Egan. All right, half a pump, really. UFC 276 this weekend. I'll tell you right now, it's not worth the $75. The main event is pretty meh. It's got a really good fighter in it, but I think I know how it ends. Start off with the undercard. Jessica Rose Clark wins that fight. I love Macy Barber against Jessica Andre Muniz, take him by submission in that fight. Dricus du Plessis, I love him against Brad Tavares. I'm taking the upset of Gabe Green over Ian Gary. Donald Cerrone against Jim Miller. I like that one. Donald Cerrone's a dog in that one. And Jalen Turner against Brad Riddell. Main card, Sean O'Malley against Pedro Munoz. He's not my lock because of his drop foot issues, but Sean O'Malley should win that one going away. The Robbie Lawler-Brian Barberina fight, gross as hell. So take a bathroom break. Don't take the fight. I like Sean Strickland against Alex Pereira because Pereira hasn't really fought anybody yet in the UFC. I'm going to take Max Holloway against Alexander Volkanovski. That should be the main fight. And then Israel Adesanya's going to roll against Jared Cannonier.
Can I find these picks on the website, Pat?
You can, actually. 97.5thefanatic.com has the UFC 276 betting guide.
Okay.
I suggest everybody go there. Click that.
Too.
And when you're there, click around.
I think we should tweet it out for the people. Yeah.
I'm going to tweet it out.
All right.
It's scheduled to go out. Yeah, but you'll see it and you'll go, this is really good content. Let me go find some more content on 97.5. Let me help out Patty Page clicks.
Is there a limit on how many things I can click on?
There's not. You can do endless clicks. You can do endless clicks because we need them. So look, it's not a great, in my opinion, worth paying. Just go to a bar that has it. That's probably what I'll be doing.
You're gonna go to a bar?
I usually go to bars for the UFC fights.
Oh, you do? I thought you watched them at home.
No, I usually go to bars for them. The co-main event, as I said, Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski is really should be the main event because that's so evenly matched up. The main event it's going to be one-way traffic probably. So,
by the way, we have a new YouTube commenter.
Oh God,
who's that?
It's Paul the Penguin.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
And he says,
always say Paul.
Greetings, Patrick. I heard you and your wife were reliving your amazing engagement with us at the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
Yeah, so
we had so much fun with you and your beautiful bride. We still talk fondly of you, sir.
So we had a running joke that the penguin we were meeting was named Chet the Penguin, and he was going to come out in a kimono with a 5 o'clock shadow. And he was gonna have like a raspy voice. And
the meatloaf.
Yeah, he's gonna. You two kids are beautiful. I used to be at the big zoo in New York, and I can tell you, you two kids are gonna make it. And we had this running joke that we were because it's the Lehigh Valley Zoo. It's not like the bigger name zoo.
Yeah.
So we were gonna get this old wizened penguin that we were gonna meet named Chet. He's gonna come out in a decked out kimono.
Did the girl that you and the penguin proposed to? Did she cry?
No.
Did you?
No, actually,
Did you cry? Yeah.
No lie. So she cries at like Hallmark commercials. She gets the ring and sounded like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, like My Precious. It was like, yes. And I was like thrown off by that. I'm like, I don't really know if I want to marry you after that.
Yeah, they give it back.
Did the
So
penguin
then-
cry?
The penguin did not cry. The penguin just waddled away.
Had no dog in the fight. That's
Yeah, he didn't really care.
Didn't really get into the role.
Been there, done that.
Shame.
Puffin would have cried.
Not really into appearances. So,
A little Shams bomb.
is it a bomb or is it like
It's a contract
sparkler?
extension.
Shrapnel?
It's
No,
a
I know.
One of those
sparkler.
poppers you throw on the ground.
Zion Williamson, 5-year extension worth $231 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, all these guys signed yesterday: John Morant and Devin Booker and Nikola Jokic and somebody else. They all got they secured the bag.
Yeah,
the
they
big
did.
NBA bag.
Yeah, the big bag.
$200+ million.
Yeah, it must be nice.
I can't imagine signing your name to that.
No.
Like, the scene in Half Baked when Dave Chappelle's signing his name, receiving the pound of weed? That would be me signing an NBA contract for $245 million. You've never even seen Half Baked. Damn it, Bob.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Than're Pat.
I get
Just
your
look
reference.
at Pat when you're talking movies, okay?
Damn it. How have you not seen it? Come on, man.
Oh, my God.
You're in rehab for
How
weed?
have I not seen it? John Kincade Show, when we get back,
Bob.
I want to know where your 4th of July, where it ranks on your holiday list, because I kind of love it, but I heard some things from these guys this week that kind of turned me off, not only to the weekend, but to them. Which shouldn't be. We got a linchpin coming up, a whole lot more going on, maybe some more basketball talk, see if anything's going on with the free agent market. This is the John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Jamie, you might want to say something here.
I would love to say something, Bob, because it has to do with our friends at the Philly Sports Strip.
It does?
It does.
Cool.
Vince and Bob and his team over at Philly Sports Trips are a great company. If you've never done a Birds away game trip this year, you need to experience it with Vince and the amazing team at Philly Sports Trips. John Kincade Show is going to be doing a trip out to the desert in early October. What a lovely time to get away. You're guaranteed to have a blast traveling along with tons of Birds fans. So join us this year. Head to PhillySportsTrips.com. Place a small deposit now to reserve your spot. That's PhillySportsTrips.com. Trust me, Philly Sports Trips takes care of everything so you don't have to even think about a thing. Hotel, airfare, transfers, great parties, and just the best overall time. I think there's a possible golf outing on Friday morning of this particular trip. The hotel we're staying at looks ridiculous. There's water slides. Who doesn't like water slides? You're going to see a ton of other away game trips on PhillySportsTrips.com when you head there, including Chicago, luxury party bus trips to D.C. and New York. PhillySportsTrips.com. Do it. Reserve your spot today with a small deposit and join us.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of Hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic Hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
Back by popular demand, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up again to bring you frozen handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
Binging season 3 of that show.
binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy frozen handcrafted beverages are back and 20% off when you order and pay on the Wawa app.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install one roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5050 5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLaconeDesign.com.
Tide presents Laundry Truths, Cold Hard Savings.
Oh, hey, about to start a load. On hot? You know, washing in cold water with Tide can save you up to $150 a year on your energy bill. $150? Go on. The lower the temp, the lower your bills. Simple. Plus, Tide Pods are designed for a powerful clean, even in cold.
Wow, cool tip. Get it?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Turn to cold and save with Tide. Energy savings based on average from switching from hot to cold in non-HE machines.
Hi, I'm Peter.
I'm Emma.
And our deck is TimberTech.
I'm the practical one in the family.
And I'm the designer. We chose TimberTech because I wanted a great design.
And I wanted low maintenance.
We love our TimberTech deck because it looks just like real wood.
And it's easy to maintain. I don't have to worry about the kids running around.
TimberTech was really the best of both worlds for us.
Visit Home Depot or HomeDepot.com to start your next TimberTech decking project.
Grateful Dead members Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, and Bob Weir, along with John Mayer, take the stage again as Dead & Company. See them live in concert at Citizens Bank Park Saturday, August 21st. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Dead & Company performing 2 sets of music drawing largely from the Dead's historic catalog of songs. For more, check out deadandcompany.com.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Tune in Wednesdays at 4:30 as Jason Stark goes around the league and talks baseball. Presented by Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks. Everfresh, nature's refreshment.
Hey, guys, did you know that sleep apnea occurs in about 25% of men compared to only 10% of women? For every hour of quality sleep that a man loses, testosterone levels decrease by a significant amount. If you wake up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, or tired, sleep apnea could be causing your testosterone levels to be low. So get checked out. Call Dr. Avidan Appel at Iron Mountain Men's Health. He and his team provide men of every age with tailored programs to treat low testosterone and ED. At Iron Mountain Men's Health, you meet with a physician who will make sure you receive customized treatment for your personal chemistry. Some patients experience results after just their first visit. Call Iron Mountain Men's Health for a free consultation today. They offer financing for qualified patients and telehealth appointments for your convenience. Call 215-659-3770. That's 215-659-3770, or make your appointment online at ironmountainmenshealth.com and tell them I sent you.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Uh-oh.
Get back here, Bob. You can't run away from your problem.
Bob is leaving the studio. Pat has some lotion in his hand. He's chasing Bob down. I don't know what's going on there.
Put your headset on, you coward.
Tell HR about that one. Robert, are you going to do it this time?
What?
Okay, I guess it'll have to be me again. Oh, your coworkers played Loverboy twice. You're over it. You've got a holiday coming up. You're going to go drink beer, have sex, watch sports. It's all you're going to do. And you're not going to think about Loverboy at all. Except for the next couple minutes. Here's Loverboy on The Fanatic.
Away from me.
Tell your boss to shove it.
Bobby, what do you think the song at 9:30 is going to be? I'm very interested.
Maine Office of Tourism, there are roughly 75,000 moose living in Maine. Chances are you'll see at least one. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism.
Well, people can't
Egan
see.
lotioned me up.
Yeah. Puts the lotion on his skin, or else
Dylan, grab that.
Gets the hose again.
I mean, if you're not lotioning your bros, who are you lotioning?
What people don't see is Bob immediately, when he takes his headphones off, he turns the volume in the headphones all the way down. So I know he's going to do that. So I jack up the sound in my headphones so he can't escape it. You can't escape the lover boy. You can't escape working for it. You're working for the weekend.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't. Today's more of an act by me saying I hate it because I don't hate the song. I hate what you did.
What did I do?
I hate the. I can't. Like, it drives me bat bleep crazy.
And that's why we love it so much.
But like Connor, okay, you tried. Good job. You got me twice today.
Show ain't over, Bobby.
I'm not here. I'm not here next Friday, so I'm not.
You better keep that count rolling.
Oh yeah. My dislike for Connor is just mounting today. I can just feel it.
Oh, Connor played a popular song. Oh.
Is it a popular song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube loves it. Or YouTube, our listeners love it.
Wow.
So if you want to do something, that our listeners don't love, then fine.
Oh no, I'm all for doing something our listeners love.
Bill Morris on YouTube would like to know what jersey you have on today. Pat.
I am proud. I don't know.
Tadahito Iguchi?
Turn around. Let me see.
I think that's a no jersey. Oh, is it a jersey?
It is a Reese Hoskins.
Reese Hoskins.
I thought it was my Jason Michaels.
Oh, we got a double Hoskins going today because the baby blue on Dylan is also Reese Hoskins.
Wow, a lot of Reese love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It was the one on the top of the laundry pile. So.
2 home runs this series.
All right, is that one of the more freakish things? All right, we all know Egan. We all love Egan. We know his little intricacies and all that. That he irons his T-shirts?
Yeah,
is that
sometimes I do.
You don't wash your car, but you iron your Philly shirt.
Sometimes. Okay, first of all,
he had a crease the other day that could have put a cut in you in the arm of a T-shirt.
It's aggressive. It makes me more aerodynamic when I fight.
Mm-hmm. Who are you fighting?
You never know.
Do you?
But yeah, like you don't want to be not prepared.
So an iron shirt prepares you to fight?
Because if I have a crease in the sleeve, it makes me like, wow, like I'm ready to chop through.
I want to fight you.
Gives me an extra like half second, like because you got a pin. I'm learning all this from Jack's karate class. Like I'm taking it in as well. Whatever. He's 3.5, but you can learn something from everybody. So you pin, and then you step and you chop. Hiya! And when you have that crease, that shirt cuts through the air with authority, and you're able to hit your opponent faster.
Should we consult with Karate Mark out there and confirm that this is accurate?
You can absolutely.
All right.
And he will back me up.
I do have to ask, like, when did you did you have like really wrinkled shirts as a kid, and then when you became an adult?
Stem from?
Like that is kind of odd.
Let's psychoanalyze you here. Where did this start?
Where
does this come from?
Did the Sixers make a big Trevelyan Queen signing? I mean, why am I the subject?
Because you're an interesting fella.
Well, who hurt me? A lot of people. A lot of people. Let's go through every girl from K through 8. All right, let's go through that.
Did they call you like wrinkled T-shirt kid? Like,
that's come here, wrinkled boy.
Yeah, like during
you little wrinkled bitch, get over here.
I just got it in my head that when O-Town would come on at the school dances, nothing at all.
Their shirts were popping,
and then all of a sudden,
I don't know what O-Town is.
O-Town, 'cause I want it all. Or nothing at all. Anyway, so when that song would come on, and all of a sudden, guys and girls would start grabbing their partner, and then I'd look around and I'd go, "Oh, my partner is the wall. I got to go over there." I got in my head of like, Pat, they're not going for you because of your height, or because you're not attractive. They're not want to dance with you because you're wrinkled shirts.
Yeah.
So I got to change that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
And then
they started
look at me now,
and you're
where
engaging
I'm
with
sitting there
penguins in no
proposing
time.
with Chet the Penguin.
Yeah.
I mean, ipso facto, it worked.
I can't disagree with you.
Joke's on you guys. Maybe
Fair.
you need to start. Maybe Connor needs to start ironing his T-shirts, and he would get a third date.
So, do you iron other things that oddly, like jeans? Do you iron your jeans to put a crease in them, or?
No.
I have ironed jeans before, but not to put a crease in them, just because they're wrinkled. I'm more of a throw a shirt or or shorts or whatever in the
If you
dryer for a
fold
couple minutes.
the T-shirt properly right out of the dryer, you're fine.
See, you're anal about the folding of T-shirts, too.
The folding is key to not being wrinkled.
Well,
I mean,
obviously,
they
if
go
you're
hand in
folding it,
hand.
it shouldn't be wrinkled.
Well, yeah, but if you don't fold it properly,
Well, you're not
gonna
smushing it up. A fold is a fold. It's not going to. The type of fold doesn't matter as long as it's folded.
It's got to be tight.
Well, yeah. How do you fold? What do you go? You go sleeve, in.
Sleeves in, half. So then that.
Oh, okay. You do the bitch fold. Yeah.
No, it's so that when I open my drawer, I can see them all stacked up, and I know what T-shirt I can grab.
They say you should roll your T-shirts like this and place. That's how you should place them in your drawer. That way you save space and they're easier to see.
The Marie Kondo style of. Are you familiar?
Marie Kondo.
What?
Marie Kondo.
We've officially reached.
Taekwondo?
We've officially reached peak sports radio in the summertime with not a lot to talk about when we're breaking
we
down
have
how to fold our
plenty to
T-shirt.
talk about.
And that's the thing we do. We have Trevor and Queen,
We do.
folks.
G
We
League.
have one more way. where
Not
the
Patrick
cat's
Queen,
away.
but we got Trevor and Queen.
Yeah.
Averaging over.
Hands up. All honesty. Saw his name. Nope.
Look,
never.
The fact that I asked you guys, so it was you two, Connor and Devon in the group text, and no one was able to answer me. Told me all I need to know about Trevor and Queen. But he's a former Rio Grande Viper.
Yeah.
And the Sixers have had success going down to Rio
Played for
Grande.
New Mexico State. Who wasn't watching those games when he was in college?
Shout out to the Lobos.
He
Yeah.
did 1 year
No,
there.
wait, that's University of New Mexico.
Yeah, that is.
What it was, New Mexico State.
I have no idea.
Oh, you know who would know?
Aggies? I think they're the Aggies.
The Fighting Armadillos.
Yeah, they might be the
The
Aggies.
Aggies. Look, I mean, the Sixers got Rocco from Rio Grande.
I was
so-
just going to say, if he can turn into a Rocco kind of sort of guy, good. All for it. Right?
If he can just turn into a bucket, like, I'm fine with that. Just to score. Because that's what he was down in the G League, it looks like, from his stats.
I think was he a two-way contract guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this contract's 2 years. The first year's partially guaranteed.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, it's the definition of low risk.
Yeah. You take a shot on those guys every once in a while.
Yeah, and then Connor brought it up. You have two former G League MVPs, B-Ball Paul and this guy.
Can't lose with that. That's championship pedigree right
It's
there.
Titletown. That's
All
what
right,
it tells me.
So where do you go? Like, Jamie had a phrase earlier. The team got better. I don't think we can question that. The team got better. Okay.
yeah.
You added to your bench. Where is this team, though, now? Is it good enough? Is there more needed to be done? Is the work ahead just the players are already here? It's the work ahead that's more important. Where do you look at this team right now, Jamie?
Windhorst said something yesterday that really caught my attention. He said, this team could have 3 to 5 new faces on it in a couple days. It wasn't just 1 or 2. It was 3 to 5. I think Thibel's gone. I think Furkan they're going to try to unload. I guess a 3-point specialist for $5 million is worth a shot to somebody. I think his time here is
I think the big thing is if you're an opposing team, you're looking at him and you say, God, there's a reason that 2 different coaches kept trying this guy out.
Yeah, he probably doesn't miss in practice, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're better. I still think there's something else to come. I don't think it's going to be a star quality player, but I hope I'm wrong. It'd be pretty cool if they pulled Kevin Durant out.
That wouldn't be bad. I find it hard to believe that we go through an offseason and we come away with Daryl Morey as president of basketball operations and say, they had it was a decent offseason. I don't think he wants that. I think he wants to make a splash. Pat, how close do you think they are from being finished?
Not close.
So a Windhorse, 3 to 5 new faces. You're on board with that, you think?
I mean, they've already got, like, when he said that comment, they already have 2. If you figure, they hadn't signed P.J. Tucker at the time, so there's 1. And then House
Daniel
is another.
House is another.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's
There's
2
still-
right there. So there's probably 1 or 2 left. I mean, if it's bench, you need bench depth, and I'm cool if that's all they get. But I do think that Daryl Morey is legitimately star hunting. He did it in Houston when the window was open. He had no problem trading. I mean, he pulled the Les Snead, the Rams GM, like, F those picks. He didn't care. So I do think he's going to make every push to try to get KD. I just don't know if the Nets are going to want to do that.
Yeah, and the Tobias angle of this all still remains mysterious to me.
Me too.
I think they're open to listening for sure. There was something with, one of the trades still hadn't finalized, and there was speculation. I forget which one it was. Maybe it was the DeJounte Murray one, and now it's finalized. But there was talk that a third team could still get involved with it and, make it a 3-team trade. There's something up there. I mean, I think he is exploring any and all options with Tobias Harris. I just don't know how much Tobias Harris brings you unless it's kind of like a Brooklyn situation where a team is forced to take the best available, and that's why Maxey, Harris and Thibault becomes an attractive offer.
I wonder, though, if how much is it going to pain Sean Marks? Because, fortunately for Sean Marks, this isn't him. This is Joe Tsai. So, but to not only deal with Philly, but to watch James Harden and Kevin Durant with Joel Embiid contend for a title, and you legitimately might be stuck with Kyrie because nobody wants him. That has got to
and
be.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're kind of just swapping cores.
I don't really know if
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It would be wild if the Nets next year is Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey. It would be the Brooklyn Sixers.
Swap teams.
Yeah, you literally would have kind of swapped cores except for Embiid. That's wild.
And then, it's not like John Okay.
Sean Marks.
It's not like that at all. Yeah.
What's up, Johnny? It's not like Sean Marks is going to be able to go, well, it wasn't me. It was the owner. He'll end up losing his job because they underperform, because ownership never really can see forest through the trees and see their own mistakes. They'll get rid of them. So, in a way, I wonder if
I think
Sean Marks
Kyrie's
is going to be able to do that.
I think Joe Tsai's get this dude.
I think so, too.
Away from my organization. We need a fresh start. He tanked our team. Much like Ben Simmons tried to tank the Sixers, Kyrie did it to the Nets in a way worse way. And it's funny that Durant waited for him to opt in because there were apparently, according to Jake Fisher, there was heavy speculation Monday that Durant was going to do this. Kyrie opts in, and then Durant is boom. 48 hours later, yeah, I'm gone.
And
Joe.
apparently Kyrie talked to no one about that he was going to opt in.
And the tweet from Shams and Woj came out 46 minutes after Ben Simmons did his stupid grinning face picture in the Brooklyn Nets locker room.
Right.
And the jokes yesterday were great. Durant saw this tweet and asked out. And it was 46 minutes later. Joe Tsai, dude, I just saw the Simmons tweet. I got to get out of here, man.
I can't do this. He's trying so hard to mean mug.
Yeah. But imagine being a Nets fan. All 27 of them are probably devastated today.
I can't imagine what is going through, if anything, is going through Ben Simmons' head, too.
Yeah.
God, I really did ruin myself.
He's going to have a lot of pressure.
Probably not.
If he's the core piece remaining up there.
I think that's what he wants.
Boy.
I think he wants to be the core piece, but I also think that he doesn't care.
But there's a lot of pressure on that.
What do you mean? He's got Joe Harris.
Yeah.
Got Patty Mills. Patty Mills re-upped.
I want to steal Seth Curry away from them in the worst possible way.
I just get the feeling that Ben winning doesn't really matter to Ben Simmons all that much.
I'll tell you
I think he likes to win. I don't think he hates to win more than he likes.
I don't think he hates to.
But
right.
I think the pressure of being the only guy and not living up to it, he's worried about looking cool and being cool. I think if he's the centerpiece of Brooklyn and they're not a playoff team, I think that's going to kill him.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what his feelings are. I don't know if he likes to play basketball, like I said before. I will say this on the Daryl Morey front. I think there's something else is going to happen that is bigger than what they've done so far.
Yeah, I get that.
If they sign a Steph Curry, would you Seth?
They're going to sign
Curry.
Steph Curry. I'd sign up for that in blood.
If they sign a Seth Curry, is that bigger than a PJ Tucker?
Trade for him,
Trade rather, but is that bigger than a PJ Tucker signing?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, PJ's not exciting to me.
No,
I just think
absolutely the opposite.
He's needed.
Yeah, he's just needed. What he brings to the team is needed. Toughness, a defender that'll get in somebody's pockets and annoy the hell out of them, somebody that'll be relentless on the glass. Those are all things they needed last postseason.
Yeah.
So it's not exciting. I just think it completely addresses a ton of their needs. But Seth would excite me more than PJ. Yeah,
PJ should help out off the court as much as he does on the court.
Yeah.
Which they do need.
Joel Embiid at the end of the playoffs said, we need to be tougher.
Sure.
We need toughness.
He also told
on this
them
team.
to go KD hunting. So if they're listening.
Yeah, look,
there's no doubt those two talked yesterday.
Oh, 100%.
Joel called Durant. There's no doubt.
I can't get out of my, and I kind of thought this when the initial Kyrie news came out that like this was a possibility that Kevin Durant could be available, because when the Kyrie news came out, it was, well, if Kyrie wants out, then KD's going to want out as well.
Sure.
And then when Kyrie came back, I still thought like, yeah, but do you want to play with him?
Yeah,
You know,
we
like,
talked
you
about that.
You can't rely on him. So I still kind of thought the KD stuff was legit for the Sixers, and it's because of the fact that he loves Joel Embiid, and he's said that multiple times. But also, he owns the union, and he's not just an absentee owner. He's very active in that. What I worry about and what I kind of expect is when the KD trade does come down, you'll find out that the Sixers finish second. That's what happened when the Sixers tried to get Chris Paul from Oklahoma City. They finished second. And I don't know if it's because of the package that the Sixers offered, or if it's because of maybe the Joel Embiid stuff is overblown, or because he just thought it would be a better fit somewhere else. But I do expect whenever it comes down that you'll end up hearing trickle-down effect of like Daryl Morey made every effort. Maybe Sean Marks didn't want to work with him, whatever, but they finished second, runner-up.
Steven Pensauken, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's happening, Steve?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Just wanted to talk a little bit about this Sixers situation. So I also think something bigger is brewing. The reason I think that is because I believe the P.J. Tucker signing wasn't to go with Tobias, more so to replace him. I just don't see
That's interesting, yeah.
I don't see the fit with the two, and I think P.J. at the 4, shooting the corner threes, playing the defense just fits better. And I also wanted to get your guys' opinion on what you think a Donovan Mitchell potential trade could look like.
I think Miami would be smart to go all in for him. Maybe I don't think Knicks have the capital or financial flexibility to do that right now.
No.
Those were his rumored original two.
The Knicks and Miami.
Yeah. Miami would worry me a little bit if they got Donovan Mitchell. But something's up there. I mean,
I hate fit. That talk of fit all the time. I always say just get good players and make them fit. But Donovan Mitchell, ball-heavy Donovan Mitchell.
Could James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and Joel Embiid work? I know you always say just give me the best players, I'll figure it out. I do. Those are 3 ball-heavy guys.
Yeah.
And that was a weird thing to say out loud.
Yeah, it
just
certainly
then.
was. Dylan?
Wish I could have that one back. Pause. Could they work?
Donovan Mitchell's game I respect. I think he wants to win. He's got a dog mentality.
But he's never a guy I've watched and been like, I want that dude on my team.
No.
You know what I mean?
He reminds me in a way of an older, how do I say this? An older in his career, Russell Westbrook, where it's great that you're a dog, you're a dog and you want to win and you play hard all the time. That's great. But I don't know if, and I said this about Russell Westbrook years ago, I don't know if you can win with those guys. Not those guys in general, but I could be totally wrong. No, Donovan
the
Mitchell.
volume guy you're talking.
Yeah, do you?
I've looked at for years. I've looked at Russell Westbrook as a guy that will put up points and stats and all that.
That was Iverson, if we're being honest.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, because you had to build. You had to go to such extremes to build a team around Allen Iverson to allow him to be just
a
that
high-volume guy that can go get you 40, but he might do it on 38 shots.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for the 0-1 team, I think the 0-1 team was really well constructed. They ran into a dynasty, and they ran into not only a dynasty in the Lakers, but they ran into a healthy dynasty. That team had 12 days off, and the Sixers came in with the crap beat out of them already from that Milwaukee series. So they were like walking wounded. George Hill, I think, is still running on the sand, or George Lynch, and I think the team was well constructed, but yeah, to a certain extent, you are right with the Iverson stuff. But I think you still could have won a championship with him.
I loved watching early on Russell Westbrook play.
Yeah.
When I would go down to Oklahoma City or they would come here, I mean, it was the hardness, the competitiveness of which he played. And I didn't question him being a winner or if you could win with him then. Later on in his career, to me, it just became apparent that numbers were more important, and I didn't think you could really be a winner with that. I don't know if Mitchell's in the same I might be misjudging it, but that's the feel that I get.
Yeah, he's a high-volume scorer. A high-volume shooting scorer.
He needs to get his.
Yeah, like he needs the ball.
Can he take a back seat? And I think
is he the right fit for Harden and Embiid?
I think when I did the interview with Kenny Smith about hustle, and I asked him about, does this team have the makeup? And one of the things he said was, look, I mean, you need a guy that's willing to, at times, even though he averages 25, be willing to say, I'll take 15 because this guy has it tonight. You need to have that sacrifice of like, hey, I could be on tonight, but I know this guy's on tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if Donovan Mitchell has that right now, and I think that's something that comes with age.
He's been the quiet name in this whole NBA landscape.
He has.
It has been quiet. Well, Utah's quiet.
The thing is, Daryl Morey doesn't make really the quiet move. Like his moves so far. What I respect about Daryl Morey is like what he's doing. You know who he wants, and he doesn't care. He doesn't give a rat's ass. He's the opposite of Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman's moves are like, whoa. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And Daryl Morey's like, okay, so I want James Harden. Yeah. Everybody knows it. Let's just speed this up. What do you want for him?
Yeah, telling Sean Marks, do not hang up this bleeping phone.
It's a power move.
I love that. I love it.
Power move.
Yeah, so you guys are awful lucky out there. We only have a half hour left of us in the studio. You only have to listen to us for a half more hour, James. That's how lucky those listeners are out there right now.
You shove it, Bob.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get that again. But when we do come back here on the John Kincade Show.
It's either been the best show or the worst show.
Well, we're going to have Pat's takes from the week. He's got a lot of them. And we'll talk about where does this holiday rank. A whole bunch of different things when we get back. Right now, it's Friday morning. You know it, after a week of games at the ballparks. And that means it's time for me to award the official Pierce Phelps Bryant, whatever it takes award, to the Phillies player who did whatever it took to help the club this week. Well, this week I'm going to go off of one performance, and that was last night. Rookie Derek Hall, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in just his second game with the Phillies. A guy that just is a joy to watch because he's so happy to be up in the big leagues. Hopefully he sticks. If the Phillies can get a heavy hit and left-handed bat, it's going to be perfect. And just like Derek Hall, your Pierce Phelps Bryant heating and air conditioning contractor will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable when you are watching the game at home from your couch this summer. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Talking sports in the cradle of liberty. Happy 4th of July weekend from 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on. This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob, tell me about Huntington Valley Bank.
We are a full-service, fast-growing community bank with a great lineup of competitive products and services.
Go on.
We've always done residential mortgages, but now we have built a best-in-class business banking group.
Meaning?
We are attracting business customers by offering the best business bankers and the best services to help businesses become number one in their fields.
Sounds like Huntington Valley Bank is the best bank for your business.
Right on. And great tagline, Ant. Here's another stat. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary.
Wow. So Huntington Valley Bank is a seasoned player with a history of working with a team of experienced bankers whose goals are to deliver top-notch customer service. You heard it right here, folks. That's Bob Marino, the GOAT, president of Huntington Valley Bank. The best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. Huntington Valley Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest.
Hoagie Fest is here.
So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
Back by popular demand, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up again to bring you frozen handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
Binging season 3 of that show.
binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy frozen handcrafted beverages are back and 20% off when you order and pay on the Wawa app.
Summer is in full swing and the deals are heating up at Lowe's. Find 4th of July savings to keep your yard looking healthy the whole season. Protect your soil from the heat with a bag of Scott's Naturescapes mulch, now 3 for $10. And celebrate the 4th with our select 2.5-quart red, white, and blue annuals, 2 for $10. Find more savings this 4th of July at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Valid 6/23 through 7/6 while supplies last. Annuals offer in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Tide presents Laundry Truths, Cold Hard Savings.
Oh, hey, about to start a load. On hot? You know, washing in cold water with Tide can save you up to $150 a year on your energy bill. $150? Go on. The lower the temp, the lower your bills. Simple. Plus, Tide Pods are designed for a powerful clean, even in cold. Wow, cool tip. Get it? Oh, yeah, I get it.
Turn to cold and save with Tide. Energy savings based on average from switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
Looking good, Mrs. Dubs.
The head groundskeeper at Thad's Golf Course just retired.
We need to find someone in the next 2 weeks. Someone with botany and management experience.
He needs a replacement because the greens are already looking a little rough.
Aeration. They need to know it all.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
We all know Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports reports that are powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. The John Kincade Show.
I slept in the nude last night. Felt every little breeze.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Attaboy.
I wouldn't do it to you 3 times in one show.
Nah, you're a good man.
But you know who would? Coach would. This is from Coach with love. Your boss might have taken a week off. The executive producer might have been off. But he still texted in and wanted lover boy. He called in. He said, you've had a long week. You got to turn around and tell your boss to stop putting hats on my head and whatever Pat's doing in the camera and shove it for the 3rd time in about an hour and a half. Courtesy of Coach Eric Camille. Here's Lover Boy. This Pat whispers sweet nothings in the box.
It's getting
It's getting weird in here.
You're lucky you're in another room.
Really weird.
Yeah, I think Pat and
I was in another
Bob
room.
might be married in some countries now after that.
I think I'm pregnant.
Yeah, you might be. Twins.
Wow, 3 times in one
I mean,
show, Pat.
Schwarzenegger, DeVito, you know.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like
sure.
That. How do you
would be
guys
the pregnant
stand?
one?
4th of July, where's it stand on your holiday wish list?
4th.
7.
It's low.
Connor's dad jokes. They're pretty solid. Where's it
nothing
rank?
else to talk about after a week with you guys. So
where's it rank
feel
in the
free.
holiday list?
No, see, I love the 4th of July because when I was a kid, I swear to God that Sandlot was kind of like the 4th. Their 4th of July
Absolutely.
depiction was
Yep.
us. We were out playing baseball, and that was 4th of July. It was kind of the beginning of summer, no school. I love the 4th of July. Then when I became an adult and we had kids, we belonged to a pool where the 4th of July was huge with the party and all that. I've always liked it, and I love fireworks. And I heard you guys kind of poo-pooing fireworks a little bit. Yes, I was disappointed.
Not a fireworks guy at all.
They don't do much for me. Yeah.
I don't light them. I've never been around somebody lighting them off, and I've never done that, and I don't wish to do it, and I don't want to be around anybody.
You're not hanging out with Jason Pierre-Paul?
No, thanks. I'm good. I actually watched. That's weird you brought that up. I actually watched the second half of the 2010 Eagles-Giants game last night because it was on NFL Network.
Because all you can watch is sports?
No, it was the one where Deshaun Jackson returned the punt for the game-winning touchdown.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was, anyway.
I was throwing up on a Manhattan floor at that point.
I know you've told this story.
That was not fun. Yeah,
I have not heard this story.
Oh, I was extremely hungover from a open bar Christmas party the night before with my college buddies. And they all went out in Manhattan to watch the game at some Philly bar, and I could not make it.
I have a cool story. It has to do with a penguin. No. I was coming back from Temple's campus, and I had missed the first half of that game. Like, I woke up late. I had to get home, and I thought I'd be able to, like, DVR it, and I wasn't able to. Like, it didn't tape. So I picked it up literally as the Kevin Boss touchdown went in. And if you remember, the next drive, that's when they started it. Because the Kevin Boss touchdown happened, and they went up that made it like a 30-point game or whatever. And I'm like, oh, great, so this game's over. But obviously I kept it on, and next thing you know, they came back. It was incredible. So I popped in at the right time.
Yeah.
You can thank me, basically, is what I'm getting at.
So why don't you like fireworks?
It's probably my one, like, old man yelling in a cloud. I've never been enamored with them. I just like, all right, it goes boom in the air, and it makes a pretty picture or whatever. But one of the big reasons why is because in my neighborhood, for whatever reason, on a random Wednesday at midnight, I mean, I'm guessing teenagers and kids and some stupid adults go and pop off fireworks. It terrifies my dog, who has horrible anxiety. And it's always like, really? Like, it's Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. and you're lighting off fireworks.
Yeah, that's
and it's
annoying.
not the 4th of July. It'll be like April. So, I mean, I guess for Arbor Day, fire them off, Johnny. But
as a kid, though, you didn't.
No,
like
not even as a kid. I was like, all right, whatever.
Oh, I love
fireworks. Didn't really care.
I still like them. I like when you get that big boom, and it hits you right in the chest. I do. I still. You're an idiot.
I'm not going to touch that one, Bob.
I do. I still. Connor, you a fireworksman or no?
Not really.
Wow, you guys are so disappointing to me.
Here's my thing with fireworks. They're like all right, right?
Yeah, they're just fun.
No, they're cool.
How long ago is it? They're like Robert Goddard became the father of like modern rocketry. Shouldn't we have better fireworks by now?
That's a fair point.
They just kind of go up and blow up.
Where's the technology?
I think they get better.
Stuff.
Yeah, why can't it make like a cool shape at this point?
Exactly.
It does.
It does. But why don't all
They're
of them?
not all circular fireworks,
No,
you idiot.
in Disney World, I think they have the one that.
All right, well, we're not all in Disney World, Pat.
Disney World actually buys the most fireworks in the world because they have that daily fireworks show. There's your Coach Knows Stuff fact of the day.
But like,
makes sense.
If you wanted to make a firework display of James Harden throwing an alley-oop to Joel Embiid in the sky,
you should be able to do that.
Why can't you do that?
Who says you can't?
Yeah, who's
Big fireworks. Big fireworks isn't doing it.
You
They're
can see the
holding it
Philly
out.
special in the air blow up in fireworks at the
That would be
Eagles
cool.
parade.
You know why? Because it's so niche. Or is it
Where's the
niche?
technology?
I can't believe you guys don't like fireworks.
I can't believe that you're such a pro fireworks guy.
Yeah.
I mean, for once a year to watch them, yeah.
Like,
I'll tell you the
I
best.
just think they're pretty mediocre.
I was going
Like the
out.
idea that we have to go out and watch fireworks.
No,
why?
never.
No, I'm good on
I've
that.
seen every fireworks show.
No,
ever.
you haven't.
You have though. I mean, Jamie's right.
you
Like,
haven't.
it hasn't really progressed.
No,
it hasn't.
it has too.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah,
needs
now
to be
they go,
some-
they go
You're right.
sideways too.
Nah, there
instead
needs
of-
to be some cooler stuff going on with fireworks. It's been a long time. It's been the
You get
same way
that?
since the Sandlot.
Wait, was that you making that sound?
Yeah, it
that
was.
was
Pretty
impressive,
good.
actually.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Where's the development? Where's the
I think it does. I just think you guys aren't seeing it.
No,
Jamie, what would it sound like if you saw a goat for the 4th of July? I love that.
It's good stuff.
The best 4th of July ever was, and this was like 10 years ago, I was flying out to Utah for Sixers Summer League on the 4th of July, and I had like kind of a night flight. It was light here, but no, it was dark here. And or maybe I was coming. I don't know what it was.
You have no idea where
Details
you
of
were.
the story
I
are
was
great.
I was on an airplane.
I was on Messel.
And it was 4th of July.
Struggling to get to 52.
We're
15
fine,
minutes,
Pat.
boys. 15 minutes.
This guy doesn't even know what he's saying over here.
He wasn't even on the beat.
He just blacked out.
He wasn't even on the beat.
Now he's got the giggles.
Here we
Damn
go.
it, Bob.
Here we go.
Pull it together, man.
Oh, Bobby Giggle Fest over there.
He's telling somebody to take over. Woo! Fireworks! Woo!
Nothing
Those are
funny.
pretty balls.
I was in a plane.
Nothing funnier than being
I
on a
was in a
plane on the 4th
plane.
of July to Utah.
But you could say.
But there was fireworks somewhere.
But you could see fireworks everywhere, like all these towns.
That wasn't fireworks. That was
All over.
Fallujah.
It was fireworks.
You were in downtown Fallujah.
everywhere.
Bob's on edibles.
What an amazing story. My question is, who plays Bob in the made-for-TV movie on that? Fireworks in the sky, coming to Lifetime.
Wow.
I got to ask you, Bob, so you did all these summer leagues. They were in Utah, they were in Orlando, and they were in
Utah,
Las
and
Vegas.
Yeah.
What was ranked them?
Geez, I liked Utah a little bit. I like Utah because it's smaller. It's there's great places to walk and run around and stuff. I liked Utah. Vegas is Vegas.
I'm watching your reaction from your little giggle fest.
You got the giggles
The
today.
joy in your face.
I do.
All right, continue. So you liked Utah?
Yeah, Utah.
Okay.
He gets the giggles.
We can't get a
In
sentence out of
Cooney's
him.
Corner.
Utah, Vegas, and then Orlando. I didn't like Orlando Summer League a little bit, but
Why? The weather? It's gotta be humid down there.
Orlando is not the greatest of cities. I just don't like downtown Orlando.
Orlando
all that
sucks.
much.
Let's call it what it is.
I was
Yeah.
listening to a podcast, Bussin' with the Boys with Taylor Lewan. And
Good podcast.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. They had JJ Redick on, and he was talking about how he got drafted to Orlando. And they were talking about how Orlando's not really a city. It's just kind of like a place. Like, you think of it as a city
It's
because you
not,
know it,
yeah.
but you get there and you're just like, oh, all right, this is kind of, you come here for Disney World and then you leave, and it's full of transplants.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah, it's just.
There's nothing cool about Orlando.
Did you go to Disney World? Did you ever, like...
No, the most we did off the beaten path was Scotty Rigo and I. Oh, this was one of the cool things happened on the Summer League. Scotty Rigo and I, after a Sixers practice one day, he set up. I guess I can tell the story now because he doesn't work for the Sixers anymore. So he sends me a text one night and says, "You want to go golfing tomorrow after practice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Where? And I don't have clubs. What are we going to do?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. I got it all taken care of, but just don't say anything." I don't know if I should tell this story or not.
Dude, he doesn't work for the team. I mean, you're already this deep in.
Yeah,
You can't not tell the
you gotta
story.
tell
All
it
right,
to us.
so we wind up going.
And by the way, can you please stretch it for 12 minutes?
I am. That's why I was thinking about
Next,
it so
we're going
much.
to hear about how you rode the teacups with Jarvis Varnado.
Why'd you have to say teacups? He's going to giggle again. It's a funny ride. I mean, teacups is funny. Jarvis Varnado. I get it. It's hilarious.
Little Bob Cooney and Big Jarvis Varnado. Whee!
So somehow there's two of us on the Sixers official team bus getting driven to a golf course that we pull up to where there's golf bags, golf shoes, golf shirts waiting for us.
Wow.
As Scotty Rigo and I get off this huge
He
bus.
really is an
just
equipment
the two of
manager,
us.
isn't he?
So, yeah, we proceed to play. We get to, like, the third hole, and I go, holy crap, look at that over there. There was, like, a 12-foot alligator about 15 feet from us right by the water on one of the holes, yeah. So that was the only good time about Orlando.
They're like very common on golf courses.
Yes.
There's one,
especially down
there's
south.
one that bit the hand off of a former live golfer named Chubbs. I can't even say it. I knew that was the reaction I was going to get from Bob, and I just started thinking about it. Go into Cooney's column or something.
We got a Woj, nowhere near. Rookie Rubio returning to the Cavs.
Yeah, file that under the I don't give a bleep.
Yeah, I've never given a bleep about his career.
If he was a backup point guard here, I wouldn't hate it.
I always think about him as that draft. I mean, they drafted him and Johnny Flynn and pass on on Steph.
Yeah, it's
good move.
Wardell. That's a tough one to
Wardell Curry. As we learned yesterday.
9 o'clock hours brought to you by the Bagster. Dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to bagster.com. I'm like out of breath from laughing so hard today. You guys are just so funny. That's
just a fun. We're just guys being dudes.
We're just dudes being guys. Yeah, I mean, one of those.
This has either been. I said it earlier. This has either been the worst show or the best show. I can't.
You know what?
Somewhere in the middle.
I walk out of here every day and say, if I have a smile on my face and I feel good, I hope the listeners feel good too. So we'll see. We didn't give you a whole bunch of information today, but maybe we made you happy.
If it's been the worst show, please don't say anything.
Before we get to Mike and Delran, I had this thought last night, and it just re-entered my dumb brain cage here. Do the Celtics concern you as a potential trade partner for Kevin Durant?
I think they'll be active in it. I think every team will be active in it. I think every team will try.
Because you would give up Jaylen Brown in a heartbeat for Kevin Durant, right?
God, yeah. I'd give up Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart.
They could make a nice offer. Does that concern you?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like the strength of that team is the team, like the way they play together.
Okay.
And
Kevin Durant also went. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but real quick.
Go ahead.
That was said about the Golden State Warriors before he went there. Well, you already have a team. He fit in perfectly.
You didn't trade Clay and Draymond for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think teams, when Kevin Durant's available, I don't think teams care about fit.
Yeah.
Or how it messes with, chemistry, all that BS.
The
I really
Celtics,
don't.
I feel like could be lurking in the weeds here.
I 1,000% agree with you.
Yeah, that would give me some concern.
I mean, that would be the biggest buzzkill in the world if you look back on the offseason and go, all right, Sixers got P.J. Tucker for 3 years, $33 million. At 37, they got Trevelyan Queen, G League legend, and the Boston Celtics got KD. That would suck. And don't get me wrong, we convince ourselves after like a month that the Sixers are a better built team, but I think deep down we'd know.
Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant together would be pretty deadly.
I think so. Yeah.
So, just a thought I had.
Look,
they're not getting talked about in regards to that sweepstakes, but if they wanted to enter it, I think they're contenders. The contenders to win the trade, not to win. They'd obviously be. Did my mic just shoot up, or is that my head?
Did you break another mic?
You and Mike's. Speaking of Mike, real quick, let's go to Mike and Delran. Mike, what's going on, buddy? How you feeling?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? First
Great.
of all, have a safe, fun holiday.
Yeah, you too.
If John was listening to those last 5 minutes, his skin was crawling. He
wasn't.
Crawling right now.
He wasn't. Trust me.
He'd be so anxious. No. 4th of July is like number 2 for me. And for you guys who don't like the fireworks, you're those guys who put on the residents' Facebook pages, like, were those gunshots? Oh, my dog. Why do you like the fireworks? My dog. You guys, a bunch of cowards. But forget all that. Forget the Sixers right now. The fact that what was it? I forget, the Power Index or whatever had the Eagles with the 7th best roster.
Yeah.
This is another reason why I love 4th of July, because after this holiday season, we don't have that much long till mini camp start and football's back, and I can't wait for football to be back. Go Birds!
Thanks, Mike. Have a good weekend, buddy. Appreciate it. The Bet Parks New Jersey Casino and Sportsbook app. The beach, the boardwalk, the boat on the bay. Bet Parks when you're down the shore. Download at betparks.com. Must be 21 and in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Pat, you got huge plans for the weekend for the 4th of July or not so much?
Not really. I'll be on with Andrew tomorrow from 9 to noon.
Sweet. That's
cool.
Sweet radio right there.
Andrew lost a partner to, I think, the Alps or Island or...
I heard it was monkeypox.
Might have been like 3-week vacation. Who knows? So they called me up from AAA Lehigh Valley, not the Lehigh Valley Zoo. Shout out to them. But AAA. So I'll be on with him tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12. And then, no, not really. 4th of July doesn't really do much for me.
I love the 4th of July.
I mean, I love barbecue.
Yeah.
The 4th of July in general, okay.
Yeah, I never really go to barbecues.
I'm hosting a happy hour
Never
tonight.
invited. Hurts.
Well, when I have a barbecue, Pat, I'll invite you.
Bob was going to invite me, but he realized that would require us hanging out outside of work.
Mhm.
Bob he's thinking of an excuse right now to make up of like,
Oh, no, I
gotta go. I got a horseback ride. I appreciate the honesty,
Yeah,
Bob.
no, I'll tell you straight up, Pat. But no, Pat,
appreciate
you're always
that.
invited. You know that. Connor, what about you? You Mike Goyf girl, you going to see her this weekend?
I don't
What
know.
do we got?
Maybe. No plans. I'm on noon to 3 on Sunday. So I'll be on here with Tom Alvord. You can hear me. And other than that, probably just be hanging around the city, avoiding fireworks.
You guys with the fireworks. Got problems with your building's water and wastewater pump system? Well, then visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. I do also have a dog with horrible anxiety issues.
Yeah, Bobby's dog, right?
God, yeah, and when it rains and there's a little bit of thunder, even when it's hard rain, if there's no thunder, like I feel horrible for the dog, and I'm afraid he's gonna or she is going to like
have a heart attack.
I didn't want to say it, but yes.
No, I have the same fear. I mean, it's look, I really don't care. I know it's fireworks. I'm not one of those people hopping on Roxborough rant and raves like, what was that? You clearly tell it's fireworks. With that said, I mean, a little bang and my dog is like, he'll climb on the couch and then climb on top of the couch's like top part.
Yeah.
Where no one goes, just to like try to get away from it, and he starts shaking uncontrollably, and it's sad because there's nothing you can do.
It is sad.
Like, there's nothing you can do to calm him down. It's just got to like kind of
try the Thunder Buddy. That's rap.
Yeah, I probably do need to buy that.
A lot of people have had success with it.
Donna was talking about headphones also for a dog. Have you seen them or heard of them? I think she saw it somewhere that maybe we should look into that. But same thing with our dog, Pat. She's inconsolable. I'll be like, here, come here, and I'll try to pet her, and she can't even sit still. Like, look, here's some comfort, relax, and it's tough, man.
Yeah, you'll try to like hold them and nothing.
Do you want the latest update from our man Windy on the Durant situation?
Absolutely.
Phoenix is
especially if it takes 4 minutes.
No, I wish Philadelphia was mentioned in this tweet, but it is not.
Oh.
Phoenix is the place he wants to go. I feel reasonably confident of that. I think Miami is second. What I'm not confident over is that Phoenix is going to be able to give Brooklyn what they want.
It's going to be
certainly don't know how Miami's going to.
No, nor do I.
You can't trade Bam, which would be one of the most attractive pieces. I mean, Tyler Hero, okay.
Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, like
Duncan Robinson on $90 million
$15 million deal. They don't have, unless they give him every draft pick they conceivably own for the next 10 years, because the Nets are going to need to recoup that, because the Nets, did you see what Houston's draft picks now look like?
Yeah, I saw.
Those were all unprotected from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like James Harden, Kyrie Irving torched that franchise.
Yeah.
They're screwed. So they're probably going to want a lot of draft capital to recoup. But again, the two teams that requested were the number one seeds in each conference last year. So they're screwed. The Sixers and Celtics laying in the weeds might have the best packages available.
Would you stop with the Celtics? Why are you talking that into existence?
Because it's reality.
The two things that you want. One, you want Durant. If you don't get Durant, two, you need him to go out west.
Yes.
So stop with the Boston talk, Jamie.
I'm just saying.
Don't.
They're snakes.
I am 1,000% ready to be hurt.
If Danny Ainge was still with the Celtics, I'd agree with you more. Go ahead.
No, even though it appears like it feels like a Russell Westbrook NBA version, where the Philadelphia makes a lot of sense. Why would KD not want to come to Philly? Yet, I don't think he ends up in Philly, and I just feel like it's the Russell Wilson thing. And it goes back to, I think earlier in the week I had the topic of like, is this actually a desirable location for NBA players? And I'm talking like, yeah, okay, James Harden wanted to come here, but how much of that was Daryl Morey? But you've got a situation where you've got a guy that Kevin Durant loves in Joel Embiid, guy that he really likes in James Harden. It's near his home of the DMV. It's near his business practice in Brooklyn.
It's near the Union. You can go see Jim Curtin and give him the what's what whenever you want as an owner.
Philadelphia just does make sense for him.
It makes a lot more sense than Phoenix, and yet I'm sitting here like with not zero confidence, but 15. It's waning because I've seen this play out too many times, where the thing that makes sense of like, oh yeah, Philly, this makes perfect sense, doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean it's not likely, but they're in it.
Yeah, I just it's gonna suck when
this is the deal zone, is what you would say.
When the trade comes down and it's Phoenix and it's a bag of slop, it's gonna piss me off.
What do you think your initial reaction is going to be if it is him? Is it going to be excitement,
is it
shock?
Phoenix?
No, if Durant comes here.
Take my damn pants off.
So do you tell somebody else to do it, or you do it yourself?
Take your pants off.
It'll be a group effort.
Group effort?
Because there's no way pants can contain the excitement, I will say, that I will have for that move. It will be pandemonium in the streets.
I mean, it would be the greatest move in Sixers history.
Yeah, I mean, think about the reaction we had for James Harden. Better than Moses?
I mean, Moses led you to a title, so in 2020 hindsight, it's easy to say that. But, Moses isn't a top 15 or 20 player ever. He's not far off that. You know what I mean? Like, Durant is insane.
But it was adding that known piece to a team that was so close to a title.
You could make that case.
You could make that case for this team.
Yeah, you could. Well, but they're not so close to a title.
They had James Harden for like 6 weeks.
And Joel Embiid was hurt.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with it. I love.
I mean, it's a franchise altering move.
Yeah, I love my self awareness of how I react to situations. So if they do get him, I can't wait to see what my reaction will be.
It will be excitement.
You'll take your pants off.
I don't think I will. I don't think I'll take
No, you will. You say that now, and when the moment comes,
James
your pants
Harden,
will be
Joel
off.
Embiid, and Kevin Durant
Will be a couple of guys.
That's great. Yeah,
Your pants are not on, Bob.
You already have the lotion ready over there.
You travel with it.
I don't willy-nilly take my pants off.
I disagree.
I've heard.
I've heard all that.
I'm not a willy-niller with the
you're
pants.
A skinny
I'm telling
dipper
you.
in your own pool in front of your family. You say, "Dad's going out nude."
You got no problem slinging that thing around.
Yeah,
no problem.
Guys are weird, man. We want to thank everybody for joining us this crazy week without John Kincade. Most of us will be back on Tuesday for another fine week of programming. Again, thank you all for joining us, YouTube people. Thanks for all the comments, all the nice and not nice words. We appreciate you either way. We really do. And we hope you have a great, safe, and happy 4th of July. And I want to tell you to remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join me and our generous partner, H&H Heating and Air Conditioning, in making a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR. Cancer research saves lives. Have a great weekend, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Guys, we're all trying to reach the gold standard. But what if I told you I want you to reach the platinum standard with my friends from Manscaped? Because you know what? You're looking a little hairy. You're not really very well kept up down there. And you know what? My friends at Manscaped are going to help you.